Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yo, man, what is good? Let me get a mic check real quick before I get started because, all right, there we go. We are Gucci. We are good to go because this is a whole different, um, computer. So just got to make sure everything is sounding right. Everything is Gucci. Everything is copacetic. Yo, Garuda, what's good, man? What is good? Welcome, guys. Welcome to another JayBari Show. This was a random, JayBari Show, usually every Thursday, but you know, holiday season, things happen. You gotta go shopping, you're kind of tired, you want to go to sleep, you know. this month of December has been like a very, very busy month for me, personally. I mean, I don't really have the time to play the games how I want to play within this month. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to play Bloodborne. I'm just like, yo, when I get home, sometimes it's like just want to go sleep, man. Be tired. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get home like around 9 o'clock. That's going to work and going to the mall, dealing with a whole bunch of people standing in lines, and then you thinking about, damn, I really want to play this game when I get home. But when you get home and you take that shower, you just go, you just gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's how December has been for me. This month. But I've been playing games here and there. Not as consistent as I want to, but hopefully that will change this weekend. This weekend I've been playing some stuff though. Today I will be, playing pretty much all day. And I know it's Christmas Eve, but today's more like a free day for me to do what I got to do out here, man. So tomorrow will be free too. Only in the morning time I'll be like really, really busy tomorrow, but tomorrow I'll be pretty much free tomorrow. But yeah, man, just decided to do this randomized JayBari Show, just my 2 cents, episode 11, just due to the fact that I have some things I want to talk about when it comes to this whole PC gaming, my Cuphead journey, and 2017 gaming report cards. You know what I mean? We got to give our 2017 gaming report cards. That's given Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation their report cards officially on the JayBari Show. But um, let's get right into it, man. Games I've been playing: Marvel vs. Capcom. Been playing a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom actually. Feel more comfortable now where I can go into rank with Venom and Jetta. I've been playing a lot of casual matches, but now I feel like with this team I can go ranked. I can go some ranked games. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in the future when it comes to that game. Yo, Kev, what's good, man? Welcome to the PC Master. I'm on the laptop master race, man. Laptop master race. It's pretty good too, man. It's pretty good. But we're gonna be talking about it. I'm gonna be talking about it in a little while. But yeah, man. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom, and we just had our Space Stone tournament. Congrats to my man Tega for winning the Space Stone. So that means in the Clash of the Stones tournament in 2018, I mean, he's a Space Stone user where he can switch his position anywhere in the bracket and decide who he wants to fight, which is crazy because Tega is very strong. We accept laptop owners. All right, that's what's up. Movie. Yo, Enko, what's good, man? Merry Christmas to all you guys. Happy holidays to you guys as well. I know you got to be very politically correct when you say wishing people, Merry Christmas. I remember at work. I think this was like 2 years ago. You know, you're in a season, you know what I mean? You telling everybody like Merry Christmas and all that stuff. And I remember going down to the second floor using the bathroom, and I saw this lady. And I was just like, "Hey, Merry Christmas, enjoy, enjoy your your Christmas and all that." And she turned around and said, "I don't celebrate Christmas. You should be saying Happy Holidays." And I was like, "Oh, damn, is it that serious now?" You know what I mean? Like, it's that serious, man. Like this lady was like, "Yo, you should be saying Happy Holidays," with a nasty attitude, man. I was like, "All right, you got it, man. You got it. Enjoy your Christmas." You know what I mean? Merry Christmas. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? But I know how it can be a little bit sensitive for some people when you say that. But so Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas, and Happy Holidays for everybody that celebrate anything else. Um, but I'm a Christmas guy, so it is what it is. But yeah, man. Also, like I said, I haven't been able to play Bloodborne. I'm one trophy away from platinum in this joint. In these challenge dungeons, which is going to be hard because you're only 50% in life. So you can basically take like 2 hits and and you're pretty much done. You know what I mean? But I'm going to get it done probably later today. But also been playing that Xenoblade Chronicles, man. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, man, pretty good game, pretty good game. Um Story wise, it is picking up. I think I'm like at the tail end of chapter 3. Yes, I'm still on chapter 3 because I like to grind out here, man. Um how many hours did you sink into platinum and blood? I didn't platinum it yet. I'm only one trophy away. But when it comes to Bloodborne, I don't know how much hours I gotta look, but I know I have a lot of hours in Bloodborne. I have a lot. There's times where I'm just playing Bloodborne just to play it. You know what I mean? Like just going through the child's dungeons alone. I think I'm on the second to last one because after I finish this defile dungeon, I can go into the last child's dungeon where I can fight the Yarman Queen, so I can get the trophy. Just that alone is mad. I was playing the game 3 times. That's mad hours, you know what I mean? So I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you, but I know I put ring that bell and I come through. That's what's up, man. I might be ring that bell to get through that defiant dungeon. Yeah, I ain't start old hunters yet because I want to completely finish the original game. Then I'm gonna start old hunters for sure. I think I was at almost 100 hours. Felt like a soldier reject after getting that. Damn, man, I feel you, man. I definitely feel you. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, playing a lot of that. Getting back into that, matter of fact. Yeah, the game is pretty dope, man. If you got a Switch, that's definitely the game you should be playing if you're into like RPGs. And it's an action RPG, but it's very different. You know what I mean? Because everything is automatic attacks. And I like the automatic attacks, but like one thing I love about Final Fantasy 12 is the fact that you have the choice. You know what I mean? If you want to, enable auto attacks, you can. But if you want to do everything like traditionally Final Fantasy, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about 12. I think Xenoblade should have tried implement that as well. Yo, Timefall Princess, Merry Christmas, Timefall, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas Eve. Matter of fact, yeah, definitely. If you like RPGs, Divinity Original, I heard good things about that. I didn't try that yet. Um, Definitely will try that now. You know what I mean? Now that I'm on the PC, so I'm definitely gonna give it a try. It's just I got a whole bunch of Steam games I gotta play. I'm playing through Arkham Knight again. I just started that. I'm playing through Cuphead. I'm gonna be talking about my Cuphead journey real soon. Um, I got Vanquish on Steam as well, and PUBG. I started PUBG a little bit. I got like an hour in PUBG just to get the feel of everything, and I'm gonna talk about that as well. I'm gonna talk about that as well. Yo, Goku, what's good, man? Merry Christmas Eve for sure. Never. I wish I never played Bloodborne so I can play Blind again. I feel you. I feel you in that. The first one is like $15 too. Oh, it's on sale on Steam. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be talking about the Steam sales and like does console sales as well. But yeah, let me get right into that. Let me talk about my PC, laptop master race journey before I get into the Cuphead journey. Um, the PC I have here is a Asus GL 702 VS. Pretty good PC. It has a 1070 in there. Um, what it was, 16 gigs of RAM. I can definitely upgrade that to 32. Um, I'm not gonna get told I spec shit. Yo, K7 was good. Just know that the PC is pretty beast, man. I can play games on ultra settings and high settings and get 120 frames per second. Like I was playing PUBG, I was getting like 110 to 120 frames per second. I have my stuff on ultra. The only thing I never had on ultra was shadows, because I was like, I don't really think shadows is important like that. You know what I mean? So I put that like on mid, and I'm getting like 110, 120 frames per second. G Sync screen on here, 1080p screen, G Sync, and that's how I was playing PUBG. Everything else is on ultra, and Less the Shadows was on medium. And yeah, man, it definitely is an eye opener. Just playing at that kind of performance. You know what I mean? Still getting used to PUBG, and the thing about PUBG is that it's crazy for me because I had like a old like mouse, and I thought I could just hook this mouse up and use it, but it is just way too damaged, I guess. So I'm playing PUBG using the trackpad and the keyboard. So that's going to have to take a little bit used to until this mouse comes into the mail where I can officially play the game a little bit smoother. You know what I mean? As far as controller, I haven't really hooked up a controller to try to see you use it, but I heard that Steam, you can just hook your DualShock 4 up, and I'm gonna try and attempt to play PUBG on a controller. But so far, PUBG is pretty cool, man. So I got my first game. I got to the top like 50. I lost that gunfight, even though I weakened that person using a trackpad, mind you, using a track pad. Uh, what I mean, I got to top 50. In my second game, I was in top 20, so I was getting a little bit better. But when I stream it later on, you're gonna see my struggles as far as movement and stuff like that. That I'm just still getting used to with the keys, because there's a lot of keys that you got to get used to. Pressing W and S to move and A and D to strafe and all that stuff, and R to read. You gotta get used to that stuff. So um, if your PC has Bluetooth, you can connect. Okay, okay, yeah, it does. Because I was looking up I was googling some stuff as far as hooking up your DualShock on Steam, and Steam have like native like DualShock support. So I'm definitely going to try that out. It dumps on the L box. L box. It doesn't take much to shit on the L box. I didn't even get into my Xbox bashing. Y'all doing the Xbox bashing for me. You know what I mean? But yo, so far I'm definitely digging PC gaming. Because my PC gaming background. All right, so let me tell you my history on PC gaming. The first PC we ever got back in the day was like a compact Presario. This was like a Pentium like 3. You know what I mean? We was playing like Rage, and I was playing this racing game called like Revolt. Remember that racing game? It was like a one of those car racing games, remote control game. I love that game, Revolt. That jump was a beast, man. Love that game to death. Playing Rage. So I always played on PC. Use mouse and keyboard, but I'm not like perfect at it. You know what I mean? Age of an Empire is a game that I used to play as a kid heavily. Age of the Empire, Age of the Empire 2, Age of the Empire 3. Age of the Empire 2 is always going to be my favorite though. Um, Hands down. I love that game to death, man. So yeah, that's pretty much like my PC like background, those stuff, right? And then later as I got older, I just got into more just like playing on emulators. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I did play what was that game? It was an MMO. It wasn't World of Warcraft. It was the other one. Oh man, what was that game, bruh? Yo, Jack Williams, what's good, man? Chris, what's good? Yo, Steph, what's good? Yo, Chuck, what's good? Damn, I forgot the game, man. It was a competitor. It was a competitor to World of Warcraft. It wasn't World of Warcraft. It was the other one, and it was pretty dope too, man. And that one was free to play. Like you had to buy the game, but it was free to play. You didn't have to pay monthly subscription to it. Yo, Baltimore's, what's good, man? D Truth, what's good? My Steam is Bari Clark. I think that's what it is. Let me write it down. That's my Steam, Bari Clark. Wow, Cuphead. Seriously, I should try that again. Yeah, Cuphead is definitely a good game. All the MMO basically copied. Yeah, but I forgot this one was really good. This is like it was World of Warcraft, and it was this game right here, which was like second. I just forgot. I can't think of it right now. To be honest with you. So it was that game. Once it pops in my mind, I'll probably just say it. It was that game I was playing because the only reason why I bought that game back in the day, that was back in my college days. I bought that game because you didn't have to pay a monthly subscription. And the game that I was playing that you had to play a monthly subscription was City of Heroes. But I loved that game. That game, I had the collector's edition to City of Heroes. It came with the figurine toy, the little statue. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much like my PC background. That's emulators. So never really was like hardcore PC gaming. But now that I'm back on like Windows, um, you know, I'm going to be playing a little bit more on PC, and the PC is pretty much good out here, man. So I'm getting good performance, man. I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight, right? Batman Arkham Knight. I'm playing everything on high settings, everything turned on, like post effects, all that stuff turned on with the materials and all that stuff. And I'm getting 90 frames per second in that game, consistent, no drops. Well, you get a few drops there. It might drop to like 88. You know what I mean? But it's for my playthrough, I was getting 90 throughout. The only weird thing about Batman is that when you get to the cutscenes, it would drop to 30 frames per second, and it would fluctuate from like 30 to like 40 something frames. I felt like I was weird because you're playing the game at 90, but you're dropping all the way to 30. You know what I mean? It's not like in console gaming where consoles you're playing a game probably like at 60 and the cutscene was a drop to like 30. You know what I mean? That's a difference right there. You're gonna notice that, but it's a bigger difference from 90 to 30. So when you're watching the cutscene, like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So that's my Batman experience. Vanquish, I did start, but I didn't play. I was just testing a lot of stuff. I was starting a lot of games, but I didn't like get fully into it because I just wanted to see what I can get from it. You know what I mean? Um, Yo, watch the video later. No doubt, bro. No doubt. No doubt. Yo, Jack, what's good, man? Contra is definitely a hard game, man. All Contra games is pretty hard. Um, let's put that code in though on that Nintendo, and you should be good. But like the other games on like PlayStation and all that, them games is pretty hard. And Contra games is pretty hard. So yeah, so PC is pretty much cool, but my thing with PC, especially when it comes to Steam, I think Steam is a pretty good platform. Steam is pretty good. It shows where your friends pop up when they come online or when they start in the game, which is pretty cool. My thing is that Steam sales now, I feel like, especially this generation when it comes to these consoles, the Steam sales has become a little bit more not irrelevant, but it doesn't have that impact. You know what I mean? I'm looking at Steam sales, like the holiday sales that they're having. I'm seeing some cheap games on there, $7.99 and all that stuff. But I can easily go on, you know, on PlayStation, and I'll see also holiday sales that's going on. And the thing is with the sales on the consoles as well is that these sales are pretty consistent. You know what I mean? It's not like it's just a one and done sale. Like PlayStation would have a flash sale last month, and they have another flash sale on top of a holiday sale. this month. You know what I mean? So yo, you be getting games. You can get games for the same type of price as Steam. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Steam sales, like now that I'm just looking at it, I'm browsing through some of these games. I'm like, okay, I see these games like $20. I see these games like $7.99. I see these games like $40. And then I'm looking at the PlayStation store. It might not be the same game, but you still have games that's very, very cheap, sometimes cheaper on these consoles. You know what I mean? Minus minus the Switch. The Switch sales is horrendous. Switch sales are horrible. The Switch sales you probably get like 10%. The most you probably get is 25% on a game on the Switch sale, and the games that's on sale like it's trash. You know what I mean? Nintendo is trying to milk as much money as they can from their consumers. Especially on the digital front, before they get probably in the nitty gritty when it comes to these sales, because these sales are terrible. Not even when Black Friday hit, they was hitting with they marquee games. There's not even a sale on Zelda. You know what I'm saying? You got to go outside third party source to get sales in like Zelda or any other game. They probably have sales in like the indie games and stuff like that. The Switch digital store is pretty bad. Like as far as like pricing for the games, they're overpriced. You know what I mean? Because the cartridge, the physical sale, it got to match the digital sale. Because they're not going to drop it. They're not going to drop it $10, $20 cheaper. So games like there's certain games that's like probably $50 on a Switch store, or probably $30 on a Switch store, but on like Xbox or PlayStation store, it's probably like $20 $10 cheaper. You know what I mean? So it's pretty bad on the Switch as far as digital front, when it comes to their games, but it is what it is. I think after they get through the first year, you're probably gonna see better sales with the Switch, but right now it is bad. But when it comes to Steam, I just think the impact is not as greater as it was back in the day, when it comes to their sales. I remember when everybody's talking, oh my God, Steam sale, Steam sale. There's another Steam sale. I'm gonna buy 20 games. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really see that as much, or I don't even see that as much now. Just due to the impact of how these consoles, they have sales on their games as well. You know what I mean? Like the PlayStation Store, you can get probably Assassin's Creed right now for like $40. You know what I mean? Like $40. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. And that's probably like the you can get like the gold edition for like probably like 50 or 60. The game just came out that's like 3 weeks ago, probably a couple of weeks ago. You know what I mean? So yeah, 20 games they will never pick. Yeah, but I don't blame them, because I remember people used to brag about the Steam sales, how they can buy like 20 games and they pay like $20. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're not going to play through 20 games right away. You know what I mean? So I understand that, but I just don't see that as much. Like 2 years ago, I'll see that all over Twitter or Facebook. Yo, Steam sale, Steam sale. But I just think there's so much sales going on all these platforms. It kind of, diminish the Steam sale hype a little bit now. But overall, I'm definitely liking the PC gaming aspect. I don't have that much stuff on PC. Um, so I'm not experiencing like crashes or anything like that. And I'm a type of person, I'm not gonna go to like, Green Man Gaming and all these other little stores. You know what I mean? I'll stick to the original source. Like if I'm going to get a Steam or a PC game, I'll probably go to Steam, you know what I mean, to get the game, or the Microsoft Windows Store, to get. And speaking of Windows 10, oh my goodness, let me get into Windows 10 for a second, yo. And I'm not, yo, I swear to God, I'm not bashing. I'm not trying to bash Microsoft, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty much a fan of Windows. You know what I mean? If anybody knew me before this, I was a huge Windows advocate. I can get my boy in here right now, my boy Delwyn, and we used to go back before I was the Apple fanboy. Me and my boy Delwyn, we used to go back at it. Yo, Windows is better. No, and he used to be like, no, Apple is better. Windows is better. Apple. I used to go hard, man, for Windows. You know what I mean? Then once I got the Apple computer, it was It was a wrap. I just fell in love with it. That's the Mac OS. But going back into Windows now, going back into Fightcade. I gotta download Fightcade. I gotta download that because I gotta play my Clash of Superheroes, man. That's all I really want to play is Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes. So going into Windows 10, I'm really liking the interface for Windows 10. I like the start button, how it has the tiles similar to like 8 was, but it's not as tile centric as 8. Um, it's like a mixture of Windows 7 and 8 that made 10. You know what I mean? Which is dope. You kept some of the strong features from 8, and then you kept all the strong features from 7. You know what I mean? So I'm really digging it. But yo, when it comes to Windows 10, man, the downloads, like this computer, I have it hooked up to the highest bandwidth, the highest bandwidth for my router, the 5G channel, pretty much, right? And checking your download speeds and all that, I'm getting like 150 down, 70 up, a 70 to 80 up and all that stuff. And I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna be good. Cuphead, right? So Cuphead, I went to go download Cuphead, and bro, yo, that game took like 3, almost 4 hours to download. I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, yo, it is at 37% for like a good hour and a half. I'm like, what is going on? I have nothing else downloading. I just put this junk down, set it aside. I'm just like, all right, I'll come back 37. I'm like, what is going on? Yo, T man, what is good, man? I'm like, yo, I don't know what is going on with Windows 10 when it comes to the download. Even when, I'm hooking this joint up and it had like a Windows 10 upgrade that I had to download, that was taking long. The good thing about that is that you can still play with the desktop and still go into everything else while it was downloading, which was good. You know what I mean? So I can set stuff up. And I was just like, yo, this joint is taking mad long for no reason, bro. Like, yo, I downloaded Forza 7 demo, and I was just like, I saw that 20 something gigs. I canceled it just due to the Cuphead, experience. Yeah, I can't. I was like, oh no. I was like, nah. I probably had to do that when I'm at work or something. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it gave me the vibe of DC Online. Remember DC Universe Online? That game on PS3, I remember I was downloading the update for that game, went to work, came back, the download was still going. You know what I mean? I didn't even get to play the game that day. That's how the downloads is crazy. That's I don't know what is going on with Microsoft when it comes to that Windows 10 like download stuff. But other than that, Windows 10 is pretty snappy. It moves pretty quick. The benefits of using Windows 10 on PC, guys, is that all the stuff that Xbox gamers are using that they have to pay for. Well, I wouldn't say all the stuff, but the major things that Xbox gamers are paying for on Xbox One when it comes to Xbox Gold, you don't have to do that on Windows 10. You don't have to. Yo, I didn't start anything really from GT Sports. Yo, GT Sports, I'm pretty much waiting for that day where I'm just going to sit down one weekend and just play that game all weekend. You know what I mean? I just been playing so much stuff, man. That I didn't even really get the time to even get to GT yet. You know what I mean? That's how crazy it has been. And that game been out for a pretty long time now, and I haven't got the time to just play. Like I play a lot of RPGs, man. I play a lot. I'm playing Yeez right now. I'm playing Xenoblade. You know, what I mean, there's other games I'm more like. Have like I always have like games that's on like the priority list, and I have to tackle those stuff. I would dibble and dabble with games that's outside of it, but I'll probably play it for like 2 hours, get a gist of it, and then go back to the game that I'm primarily playing. You know what I mean? But GT, I'll definitely get to that. But yo, Windows 10, yeah, the Windows 10 store does have a lot of issues. It's not that good as well. Like how the Xbox store is set up. Um there's obviously less games on the Windows 10 store. They do have like the little mobile games on there as well. The cool thing about the when I was hooking this up, I saw some games in there that it gave me for free. Like I had, well, Candy Crush is free, but they had some other games on there. Minecraft I got on there. I think it's a trial though. It's like a 30-day trial for Minecraft. I don't know why do I have a trial for Minecraft. Just give me the game free. You know what I'm saying? But the benefits of Windows 10 is that Xbox Party Chat free, streaming free. You know what I mean? Using their whole DVR features and all that stuff free. Where on Xbox One you have to pay for gold to use that stuff. So I can see the incentive to gaming on Windows 10. You know, they got to fix some things up, but I can see the incentive to gaming on that rather than actually gaming on the console. You know what I mean? No, this not. I'm not bashing. I'm not bashing you. I'm trying my best not to bash, but I definitely see the benefits of the PC side when it comes to Xbox. You know what I mean? I do think if you have like a capable PC, a strong PC, um, playing on Xbox is irrelevant unless you're playing on like if unless you're trying to play like there. If you're a Halo gamer, if you love Halo 5 story, like then yeah. But right now, majority of their games is pretty much on the Windows Store. Quantum Break is on there, Cuphead is on there, Gears is on there, um, uh, Forza is on there, Forza Horizons is on there. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get a better experience just off of the aspect that you're not paying for another subscription. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people used to say that, but it took until you actually experiencing that you're like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. I ain't got to pay that extra 60. You know what I mean? I bought a game. I don't got to pay the 60 for the Xbox Live and all that stuff. So yeah, man. But so far, my PC experience has been pretty positive. I'm definitely liking it a lot. Um, Windows 10. This is the thing. One thing I say, Windows 10. A lot of things is just built for Windows. So things like Elgato, OBS, it just works better on Windows rather than using a Mac. You know what I mean? Those things on the Mac they work, but you can just tell like it's just native for Windows. You know what I mean? Just doing some testing with like games on here using OBS and Elgato. I just see the better options just using Windows. You know what I mean? That's just so all the people that's using Mac. I'm still a Mac user. I still love Mac, but if you're into like the gaming aspect of things, Windows is definitely the way to go. Especially if you want to use like OBS and Elgato, the Elgato stuff. Windows is definitely the way to go. Look at the chat real quick. I would want to put on OS. I'm hearing reports of Win 10 stop extending. Yeah, Win 7 is gonna stop, I think, soon because the only reason why I know that is because at work we're still on Windows 7, and I think we got like a notification that Microsoft is dropping support on Windows 7 very soon. So we're still using Windows 7, but I think like probably like next year or probably later on in next year we're gonna try and get all the computers upgraded to 10. Um, that was like a memo I saw at work one time. I look back when I get back to work on Tuesday just to clarify what's going on with that. But yeah, man. Now let's move on to my Cuphead journey. Um, which is yo, all right. So this is what it is. Cuphead, right? I'm playing Cuphead right now, and I'm playing the best way you can play Cuphead right now is through the DualShock 4. Okay, I'm playing Cuphead using my perfectly bashed up and damaged scuff controller, DualShock 4. And my scuff controller became like the default PC controller because it's pretty much my paddles is messed up. The stick is wearing down, so I'm not using none of my new controllers. to use on the PC. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like my new stuff is gonna go on my PS4. That's just me. I'm weird like that. Some of you probably weird like that too. But anyways, I'm using my DualShock 4 to play Cuphead, and I had like a snafu, right? Where I was using input mapper, right? It registered the computer, it registered the DualShock 4 and all that stuff. So I'm playing through Cuphead, and I kept getting this player two has joined the game, right? And it was messing me up because I was dying at levels. And I was like, what the hell is I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? I'm dying because randomly player two would just pop up and I didn't know what the hell was going on. So that was like a Windows 10 PC issue that a lot of people had been going through while using the DualShock 4 or probably using like a Xbox controller with Cuphead, but there was a fix to it where you just had to go into you have to go into your settings and you have to pretty much turn off like it was registering another controller as a 360 controller and you just had to just disconnect that. I don't know why it was registering another controller, but you just had to disconnect it and everything was working fine. So once I got that issue resolved, my Cuphead journey has been much better. You know what I mean? I'm going through the aisle one bosses and I'm cleaning these bosses up pretty quickly. I'm uploading my gameplay. The only boss that I didn't get to upload the gameplay like on my initial first playthrough was the first little boss with a potato, the onion, and the carrot. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to figure out the whole, you know, pressing the Windows button and what is it? It was G, Windows and G. That's how you get like the little recorder and the screenshot thing to pop up. So you can like, you know, record your DVR on Xbox Live and all that stuff. But the input mapper, it set that to the PS button. So I was like, oh, the PS button pops that little menu up. So it became much quicker. So once I figured that out, I was like, okay, I can, you know, I can record gameplay. So I had to do the first boss again. Um, and I just cleaned that up. Then all the other bosses I pretty much, you know, did you know, my initial first playthrough. And I've been cleaning up these first bosses a little bit. You know, I know a lot of people had some difficulties playing some of these bosses. And I'll say I'm having a much easier time from what people have been saying with these bosses and all the streams that I've been watching. But I'll say this, due to the fact that I watch, you know, some streams, I think that's giving me a much easier time when it comes to Cuphead. You know what I mean? So I can there's certain things I know what's to come, right? Especially when it comes to the first couple of bosses. There's some streams where I watch where I was like, all right, bro, you know what I mean? I watched a little bit of it, but I stopped it because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But there was one boss that a lot of people had difficulties with. That little chick on the little you know unicycle that she turns into like the bull, then she turns into like the archer, then she turns into like the moon and all that. I seen some people had difficulties with her, but I cleaned her up in like 2 tries. I died my first try, and the second try I beat her. Um, I was like, okay, cool. And then now I got to the bird boss, beat the bird boss. No, I didn't. No, I didn't play the bird boss yet. I'm playing the stage that leads up to the bird boss. So I just got all the coins and all that stuff. So probably when I play Cuphead again, I'm gonna go to the bird boss and then go to aisle two and you know upload all my boss fights with that with Cuphead. But yo, that's pretty cool, man. That input mapper app is very good. Like if you are used to the DualShock 4, you want to use your DualShock 4 like in these games, definitely download input mapper. I know Steam has like native DualShock support as well, but that input mapper is definitely a good app to download. Those are NPCs, they don't matter. What y'all talking about? Yo, you should download input mapper. Yeah, yeah, I got input mapper. I definitely do. But yeah, even when I was using that, it was registering a second 360 controller, and it kept saying like, "Yo, player two." Yo, I'm telling you, you know that first run and gun stage. I'm like, okay, remove player two. Then I'm playing the game, and then player two popped up, and he's all the way in the back, and you're controlling both of them on one controller. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I was just dying. I was dying. Yeah, I died probably like 5 times just because of that. Adding on to my death toll. And I was like, yo, nah, I can't play this game when it keeps popping up like that. I gotta get this joint fixed, man. The dragon in Cuphead is the bane of my playthrough. Yeah, I heard that dragon is tough, man. So I can't wait to get to that dragon, honestly, because a lot of people have a difficult time with the dragon. The platform in Cuphead sucks, but the boss fights are cool. Yeah, I can agree with that. The platforming stages are okay at best. I did like that platform stage with the woodpecker. That offered a little bit of difficult. Well, it wasn't difficult, but it's just figuring out what's going on. And at the end of that stage was pretty good because it was like a platforming section where you jump on these leaves and you have the time to jump off, because if you don't jump off in time, it's gonna fall. And there's the end area of that. You got to do like this huge ass dash. So you got to perfectly time yourself as far as you're at the tip of the leaf to jump off, then dash to it, man. So to get to the platform. So that took some time to figure out as well. But I like that level more than the first little run and gun level. So what games will you be playing on PC mainly? I know you're mainly a PS gamer. The game actually I'll be playing on PC mainly is gonna be PUBG, and all the Xbox games. So like if there's an Xbox exclusive, like Cuphead, definitely gonna play that there. I don't know what game in 2018 I'm going to get for Xbox, because I really am not interested in Sea of Thieves. I'm not interested in, well, Crackdown have my interest a little bit, but I got to see how they're going to play with the PC gamers with that. And what's the other game that's coming out for Xbox? It's Sea of Thieves, Crackdown. Oh, State of Decay 2. That's the one that might have my interest. State of Decay 2. So possibly I'll be playing that, I guess. And other than that, is gonna be Agents of Empire. Agents of Empire is gonna be pretty much. I'm gonna get back into my Agents of Empire. Yo, you don't understand, man. I love Agents of Empire, man. I still got the disc for them games. And that and City of Heroes, still got disc for those games. Um, and yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna be playing on there, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Xbox, games. If they're gonna put it on Windows as well. I'm pretty much, what I mean? You're gonna take advantage of it. And so far, like I speak on the screen for this laptop. I have the monitor. The monitor is a 1080p 20 hertz G-Sync monitor. And at first I didn't have G-Sync enabled. You know what I mean? I was using like V-Sync, and I was taking my little screenshots, and people was like, yo, man, you don't need to have V-Sync on if you got a G-Sync screen. Just use a G-Sync screen. And I disabled V-Sync on a lot of the games, and I enabled the G-Sync, and I was just like, yo, I can just, what I mean? It just flows, like everything just looks smoother. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it looks really good, man. It looks really good. Oh, 120, 120. Yo, Chuck said, yo, fucking nerd. Yo, my bad, Chuck, man. My bad, Chuck, man. He said, well, then you're a PC peasant. Yeah, I'm a PC peasant, playing in 1080p. But the thing is, I can hook I can hook this computer up to, my TV, and simply play at, 4K or whatever resolution I can, max it out to be. You know what I mean? Because currently, like with the games that I'm playing, it's gonna lock the resolution to 1080p to max. But I know, like, if I hook it up to like another monitor, I can get like 1440p on the games. I know I can get PUBG at 4K, but I probably have to down everything to like probably medium settings and stuff like that. on this using on this GPU. But yeah, Cuphead, yo, I'm really liking Cuphead, man. Yo, Cuphead just looks so clean, man. You know what I mean? The animations of Cuphead is really dope. The boss fights is really cool. Like, yo, even though like I watch some people's streams and stuff, some of the stuff, it was still some difficulty that's actually playing it. You know what I mean? When you actually playing it, there's difficulty with the game, and I can definitely see how people got frustrated with it. But the first couple of fights, I don't know how anybody have died more than like 10 times with those fights, even 5 times. You know, with those fights. The hardest fight so far I had was the frogs. For some strange reason, the frogs, the end sequence of the frog, it's I think it's random because it's like a slot machine. And so far, if you get like all the tigers, it's like some weird like ball. That one was really difficult to deal with at first. And then there's the other one where you get like these little fire flames that come up from the top or the bottom. And there's another one, I think it's like a turtle that is just like a spike platform that's coming mad fast. So you know what I mean? Like, yo, that end sequence, I want to say like it's really difficult, but it can cause some hardship. You know what I mean? Other than that, like the other bosses it was pretty much pretty easy on the first aisle. I didn't get to the second aisle yet. Yeah, I heard about the dice boss. I heard he's annoying as hell. That's what I would do. I'll hook it up my PC to my 4K TV. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try that one day. Hook it up. I just like playing on the screen because yo, as far as like input delay and all that stuff, like it is pretty much in sync. Like boom, you know what I mean? I know when I probably hook it up to my TVs, you're probably gonna get like a slight little millisecond input delay. And you notice that stuff now, PC gaming, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy. Not nothing that is detrimental to your playing ability, but you definitely see like the response is much like sharper and cleaner. Um, Here that's playing natively on this screen. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, I'm definitely enjoying Cuphead, man. I definitely think it's a must play game. Oh, Titanfall ain't beat Cuphead yet. I'm surprised you ain't beat Cuphead yet. That seems like a very Titanfall Princess type game too. Cuphead. But yeah, man, I'm definitely enjoying Cuphead. Oh, before I get into the report card stuff, I just got to bring this up real quick. You already know how I am. I gotta promote. That's just what I do. All right, that's just what I do, man. I gotta promote this online arcade stuff right here, guys. Yesterday we did the Space Stone tournament. If you guys haven't, checked it out yet, go ahead and check it out. Let's go to the online arcade here on Twitch. Click on videos, and wada bing, wada boom, you see all of the tournaments that we have done here for the online arcade within the off season months. You know what I mean? So far, we did a grudge match in Injustice. We did a Blaze Blue open lobby kind of tournament. We did a Guilty Gear open lobby tournament, and we did the Power Stone tournament, and the Space Stone was yesterday. But I just wanted to show everybody this when it comes to our Twitch. If you guys go to the main page here and you scroll down, you will see all of our social media stuff here. Patreon, the challenge, where to sign up. Just go to here, TOA, and you sign up there. The Facebook group, you know what I mean? Copy that, put that into your browser, press enter, join the group, answer the questions. If you don't answer the questions, that might limit your ability to join the Facebook group. Our Discord is right here. The chat rules is right there. And for all the participants, you have no excuse. You have no excuse because the general rules is right there as well in the Twitch channel. You know what I mean? Every single general rule for the online arcade is right there in the Twitch channel. So nobody should have any excuse when it comes to these tournaments and you don't have your PSN, your gamer tag, your CFN ID in the discussion area. I don't care if you're a new member or you're an old member. You could be the online arcade since day one. Every tournament, get into the habit of putting your PS and whatever information we require you guys to put into that discussion area, put it in there. Put it in there. It's in the general rules, new or old. Have an active email. All that stuff is in there, guys. No excuse. No excuse. But this is what I wanted to show right here is that we have all the tournaments that we're going to be doing in January up in our events tab area. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys want to set a reminder for the tournaments. If you know if challenge isn't enough for you guys, and the email uh, the email notifications that you get from challenge isn't enough for you guys, you can come to our Twitch channel and definitely check out the event. So all the tournaments that we're going to be doing in January is up. After this, I'm going to have the February stuff up as well. And then probably like in January, I have the March stuff up. But so if you guys want to click on it, set a reminder, remind me, boom, 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 turn that on, all that stuff, view details. You can view the details by, basic stuff right here. You guys can do that right here. Okay. Just making everything as easy as possible for the participants, for the viewers. We out here working hard for you guys, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So definitely check that stuff out. We got 42 followers right now. Appreciate every single one of you guys that's following the online arcade. Definitely trying to get to like 75 to 100 by the end of the month, which we got what? We got about 6 more days, 7 more days to get to 75 to 100. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Go and follow the online arcade so we can reach that goal, please. Because once we get to that goal, guys, we can do much more things for the viewers. You know what I mean? We can do much more things for the viewers, have you guys more involved within the tournaments and stuff like that, have the Twitch channel better. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely definitely do us that solid right there. We'll definitely appreciate it. You know what I mean? But I just want to show that off real quick for everybody. But now we're going to get back to the show and do these report cards. You know what I mean? Do these report cards. Let me look at the chat. My bad. I just missed all the comments. My man Chuck say, yo, it's lit. You know what I mean? We out here, man. We are out here. My man Goku, boy, oh boy. I think my brother and I were the highlight. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put some highlights for the tournaments up. Just give me some time to actually figure Twitch out. I'm fairly new to Twitch, so just gotta figure out some stuff when it comes to like having the highlights and all that stuff set. But we're definitely gonna do that. My man Jack say, yo, it's lit, man. Bari, are you ever doing a DOA tournament? Yo, honestly, we can do whatever tournament as long as it has like a good lobby and the spectator mode is enabled. You know what I mean? If it has a spectator mode, we can definitely do a tournament. And if the lobby is feasible, we'll definitely do it. So I have to do, or everybody else will have to do the research and as far as how DOA 5 lobbies are. And if it's doable, if the interest is there, as far as people would like to sign up and do it, we'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do it. At this point, everybody should know exactly what to do to participate in these tournaments. Exactly. Yo, T man, that's exactly what it should be, man. That's exactly what. Like I understand some of the new members. New members is figuring stuff out. Big shout out to my man Axzone Wolf. That's Goku's brother. You know what I mean? He pretty much he had a good time there as his first tournament for the online arcade. But a lot of people have been, we've been doing this for how long? We've been doing this, Chuck? We've been doing this since Street Fighter Five came out. Street Fighter Five came out in 2016, so it's been over a year. We've been doing it before it became like the online arcade. So it been pretty much kind of the same kind of rules since then. You know what I mean? Put your We got to know your PSN to invite you. You got to check in. Um, you got to check into these tournaments. You don't check in, you can't participate. If you do have any issues with checking in, just let us know. You know what I mean? Like my man Alpha had issues checking in for yesterday's tournament where he was getting an error, right? He hit me up on Discord. He was like, yo, I was having issues checking in, so he didn't let me check in because he wasn't able to check in, and I just added him. Boom, he checked in. He was clear for the tournament. You know what I mean? So things like that. I just feel like people that have been, participating in the tournament, you guys should already know the deal when it comes to that stuff. But the general rules is there. Like, yo, me, Chuck, Persona, Kev, yo, we sat down for like a good hour and a half in a hangout. You know what I mean? Just like making sure that the general rules is set, where everybody can have a clear understanding. And then we did a hangout explaining the general rules. You know what I mean? So people who's taking the time and effort just so we can mitigate these wait times and stuff like that for these tournaments, having everybody have an easy time. Cause all you really got to do as a participant is sign up, put your name in the discussion area. When it's check-in time, check in. Uh, Look at the bracket so you know who you're fighting, and then you're pretty much set. You know what I mean? Everything else is pretty much everybody else is telling you what to do as far as who you're fighting and all that stuff. You know what I mean? The participant have it easy. As far as KI, we're definitely going to be doing a KI tournament. Um, we're definitely going to be doing KI tournament. I just got to download it here from Windows 10 because I had that on Xbox, so it's like a free download here. So once I download it, Chuck, he can definitely host that because I'm gonna sign up for KI, but I pretty much put like no time in KI when I had on Xbox. I don't know what to do uh, in that game, man. So I'm just gonna be doing it just for the hell of it, man. Doing it for the culture when it comes to KI. Yo, be honest, I'll be honest. Um, so yeah, man, that's pretty much the online arcade stuff. I just want to let everybody know. If you go to the Twitch channel, the scroll down, you see everything you need to know. The Twitter, if you guys want to support the Patreon, you can. We also have PayPal, where if you guys go to paypal.me/the online arcade, if you want to donate, you can donate there as well. The Patreon and the PayPal, that is not mandatory for you guys to do to participate or to view or anything like that. That's just if you want to, support us and you want to donate. Many people have donated before in the past. I mean, definitely appreciate everything that you guys do and all the donations that we do get from the Patreon or from PayPal. That goes right back into the online arcade for the prize pot. For some of the giveaways that we do. So you know what I mean. So it's not like we're personally taking anything from you guys. It's going right back to better our streams and to better the tournaments. Um, so yeah, and the general rules is down there as well. The Facebook group is down there. The Twitch chat rules is there. You know what I mean? It's all there, man. So if you guys just use the tools that we are providing, everybody will be good. We shouldn't be getting questions as far as who do I fight, what time the tournament starts. You know what I mean? 'Cause all that stuff is there. All that stuff is there. But yo, let's get right into it. And let's get into these report cards. Let's get into these report cards for 2017. And I'm going to start out with the Xbox One. This whole year, I haven't played on Xbox. Unless Nightbot attack. Yo, facts. Yo, go. Yo, facts. Yo, Nightbot is a savage. Yo, don't be coming in that Twitch chat acting all reckless, man. I still ain't changed the settings up with Nightbot, so don't be coming all reckless. But Nightbot will put you in timeout, man. Nightbot put an admin. Persona's an admin on on timeout, so you know it's real. You know it's real. All right, Jack, man. Catch you later, bro. All right, man. So yeah, we're gonna do Xbox first because I haven't played on Xbox all year. You know what I mean? So it's only right that we, get the least experience out the way. And when it comes to Xbox 2017, you guys, if you guys watch my channel or anything like that, you guys already know from 2016, I was telling people that Xbox is going to have a horrible year when it comes to games um, in 2017. A horrible year. You know what I mean? Now everybody on YouTube or on Twitter is saying that shit because they actually went through it. I was saying it before, and the year before I was saying this shit. That Xbox is gonna have a horrible year. Just looking at the lineup, it's gonna be a horrible, horrible year. You know what I mean? In the beginning of the year, they started off with Halo Wars 2. Then they had the Voodoo Vince and the Phantom Dust, where they canceled the Phantom Dust remake for this Phantom Dust remastered, and people trying to damage control it. Well, wait, yeah, the original assets was 1080p, you know what I mean? The game is trash. You didn't play that game back then. You didn't play it now. The game is trash. I don't have to play. That's one game right there that I don't have to play to know that shit is trash. You know what I mean? Everybody talking about, oh, it's a cult classic. Fuck out of here. Trash. You know it. I look at people Xbox gamer tags on my friends list, and I just look at the hours that they play with that game. They're trying to damage control it with 1080p assets and the textures and all that stuff. Man, they ain't even put an hour in that shit. Trash. Voodoo Vince. Voodoo Vince, looks interesting to me personally, but it looks like one of those old school platformers. I think that's a game that I think people should at least played rather than Phantom Dust. You know what I mean? But Voodoo Vince also came out. There's another game that I'm missing. Am I missing another one? No, I say Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars 2, if you guys like that RTS stuff, there you go. I'm surprised with Halo Wars 2 because as many as there are Halo fans in this world, I just feel like even if it's an off branching like Halo game, just because you're a fan of that game, you will give it a try. You play it. I don't know how that game sold or whatnot, but the people that said they played it, they did enjoy it. I heard a lot of people say that it's like an easy mode kind of RTS game. Um, I'm still gonna have to, play the game to decide that. Uh, I'm still gotta, play the game to decide that. Maybe one day if the game is like really, really on a good sale, I'll get it. That's what I'm saying, Chuck. That joint is trash, yo. Yo, when the game was coming out, yo, people was trying to damage control that joint. It was like, oh my god, they're using the original assets. That game was ahead of its time because the original assets like in 1080p and all that stuff. Nobody give a shit about that. The game is trash. The game is trash. They barely played it. They played that game for like 15 minutes and kept it moving. You know what I mean? And I'm going against my own mantra with experience outweighs opinions, but let's look at it again. The game is trash. I don't know what it was, like a card game, strategy, action type. That game has so much genres. It's confusing the general gamer what it is. Is it a card game? Is it an action fighting game? Is it a 1v1 game? What the hell is it? Trash. Who the hell greenlit that to remaster that? I swear I'm not bashing. I'm not a basher. Get into my Joyner Lucas. I'm not a basher. I'm not a racist. I'm not a basher. So yeah, moving along, months upon months upon months upon months upon months upon months upon months. Yo, DR Vania, what is good, man? Upon months until October or September hits, where Forza 7 came out. Forza 7 game looks amazing. Game look great. A lot of content for people that love, the Forza franchise. Um it did have its microtransaction uh it did have its little microtransaction issues with the game where people that bought the ultimate edition to the game. They didn't get the original Ultimate Edition that they got from the last Forza. All right, Forza 6. So they got less content, and then the stuff that they originally got from the Ultimate Edition in 6, you would have to get that with using, microtransactions or earning up these Forza points or whatever. It was some crazy little debacle that was going on with that. I know a lot of people voiced their opinions on that. I don't know if they changed it because I don't have the game per se. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I know it was some craziness when it came to the the microtransactions and the loot box for that game. Yo, Bar, you saw Grand Blue Fantasy gameplay. It looks lit. I didn't see it yet. I'm going to check it out though. I didn't get to watch the gameplay. That resurrected from the dead, because we heard about that game. I know my man Frozen. He's very high on that game, and we didn't hear about that game for a long time, and I heard that they showed some gameplay for it. Forza Online looks like Burnout Paradise. Oh damn! I mean, Burnout Paradise had a cool little aesthetic to it. I did like the color palettes of Burnout Paradise. Like Forza looks amazing. It's just like when it comes to Xbox games, some of the games could look amazing, but it would look amazing in like that video gamey format. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that, but just look at all the Xbox game. They don't have that realistic type of game, that look. You know what I mean? I'm not a basher. I'm not bashing it. But all of their games have that like cartoony hue. And this is coming from a fan base that bashes cartoony games. You know what I mean? They would look at a game like Tales of Berseria or whatever game that has like a cartoon little palette, and they will bash the shit out of it. But they praising Sunset Overdrive and all the Xbox games that have that like cartoony like hue to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the game looks good, but you're like, okay, this is a video game. You know what I mean? Where on PlayStation you have a game like The Last of Us. You know what I mean? It has that realistic tone to it, especially Last of Us 2. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? It has that realistic tone to it. Yeah, Nino Kuni 2 is definitely going that yo. I'm upset that game got delayed, but I'm also happy because January is going to be crazy. And I'm kind of happy that game got delayed as well. You know what I'm saying? Because when March hit for sure that weekend, I got to check the online arcade schedule as well. But when that weekend hit, I'll be gone. I'm going offline mode, and I'm playing some Nino Kuni 2. You know what I mean? I don't think Grand Blue. I don't think Grand Blue is going to be exclusive to PS4. It might be on the Switch as well. Don't quote me on that. I don't think it's going to be. Uh, yeah, Jonah Lucas, man. I'm liking that. I'm liking that dude a lot, man. Dope rapper. So yeah, Xbox. Getting back to Xbox, then they dropped Cuphead. Cuphead is the Cuphead is basically the saving grace for Xbox this year. I think Cuphead is their best game this year. Cuphead is in a lot of people's like top 5, games for the year. So that is a huge game for Xbox right there. I know it's not a Xbox exclusive per se because it's on Steam and all that stuff, but it is a console exclusive. And it's a huge game. It became a huge game. It sold 2 million worldwide. That's really good for those developers. Selling that game for $20. And Cuphead is just a cool game. I mean, it's one of those old school type games that you don't get that much. A boss rush type game. And it's just fun. It's very difficult. They offer some challenge. But also, the story is pretty, cliche, but it's cool as well. You know what I mean? You do a deal with the devil, don't do the deal with the devil, you know what I mean? Because that's always gonna lead to bad things. And they're fighting for their life. You know what I mean? Killing these bosses, getting these contracts, doing, the devil's bidding, I guess, and all that stuff, and ultimately, freeing themselves. You can turn that story into however deep you want to turn it into, or however cliche you want to turn it into. You know what I mean? As somebody that's pretty religious, I can turn that story into like a deep ass conversation. You know what I mean? But some people, they probably don't even care about the story. They probably just, oh, let's press A, press A, press A, press A, press A, get to the gameplay. You know what I mean? Yo, check out a video called Forza Online in a nutshell. Okay. Yeah, I definitely check them out, man. No gameplay. People just crash around the game, sim racing my ass. Yeah, people look at Forza now as like a sim arcade game. That's due to the fact that you have that rewind mode on there. I think you can turn that stuff off. It does have the sim aspect as far as changing your wheel sets and all that other stuff you can do with your braking and all that stuff. But it does have a arcadey feel to it as well. So yeah, Cuphead came out, which is a saving grace. What else came out for Xbox? What came after Cuphead? I forgot. Oh, PUBG. PUBG is another one for Xbox. Huge game. The Xbox versions is getting shitted on right now, but it's still a huge game for them. Where the game is in game preview. I spoke on PUBG, in the beginning of the video, where the game on PC runs pretty decent. There's some areas where, like I said, I'm getting like 100 on 20 to 100 to like 10 down, frames per second. There are aspects where, in the airplane area, I would get like 80, and sometimes it would drop to 60 frames per second on there. And then once I land, it would go right back up to like 110 to 120. You know what I mean? So even the PC, there's still some optimization that it can be done with the game. I finally decided to get it because it's a complete game now. I think the game is out of early access and is actually a game now on PC side of things. And the Xbox is still in the early access type ordeal. But like playing on PC, it looks pretty good. It looks good, man. Having all the foliage and all that other stuff, the FOV, the field of view, is it fit? No, the level the background stuff. What is it called? Level of detail, that stuff right there on Ultra, it looks good, man. You barely get any pop-ins with that stuff. So like you still see some pop-ins or certain things, but you can see mad far into the distance of what's going on. I remember watching, I was up on like a hill area and I was seeing dudes go at it. I don't know if they had like, I don't know if there's a rocket launcher in that game, but I'm seeing explosions. It might be some grenades. It might be some grenades, but there were some explosions going on. What makes PUBG fun? I think what makes PUBG fun is the hunter game kind of feel, right? You watch hunter game, you're watching the movie, take it out, leave it. You know what I mean? You can either enjoy the movie as far as you feel the intense stuff, but now actually when you're playing that, when you're in that aspect as far as you're by yourself and you're trying to survive, it's very intense because you can be just exploring 1 minute, you know what I mean, where you're finding a whole bunch of stuff, and then the next house you go into, you see a whole bunch of dudes in there, or you're squaring up one on one in a gunfight with some dude. It's just so random how you get into these engagements. It is a camp fest. I will agree with that. It is a camp fest, where it can be a very slow paced game, but it's a game where you can play the game however you want to play it. If you want to play it slow pace and take your time and all that stuff, you can do that. If you want to play the actiony and driving around looking for Miss Daisy, you can do that. You know what I mean? But most people do play it as camping because the reason why people are doing that because it's very hardcore because there's no respawns. You know what I mean? Once you die, you're dead. You know what I mean? You're gonna be loading up in another lobby. The gameplay is pretty smooth. Like for me personally, it's clunky, right? Because right now, like I said, I'm using my trackpad on this laptop to play the game. You know what I mean? The mouse that I had, I thought that it would have worked, but it's not working. So I had to order like another mouse, like 20 something dollars. And when I get here, we're gonna see how smoother the gameplay is. But that's the only reason why I say it's clunky for me because I'm using like a trackpad, and sometimes I'm moving smoothly as far as like looking left and right, and then sometimes I gotta press that jump hard. You know what I mean? So other than that, if I wasn't using that, I think it would be running pretty smoothly. You know what I mean? I think the game is pretty good. I will say this though, and yo, I'm not bashing. I'm not a basher. Jordan Lucas, I'm not a basher. Um, I do enjoy playing Fortnite much more. And the only reason why I enjoy Fortnite more is just due to the fact that like Fortnite is a little bit more arcadier. You get into engagements more in Fortnite. Like the map is much smaller in Fortnite. And with Fortnite, you can get into these battles that's much quicker. You know what I mean? Fortnite, you're using your axe to chop down, build like somebody want to build a fort. You use your axe, and you chop that joint down, bring that joint down. You know what I mean? Take the guy out, or the stuff that you chop stuff down and break stuff down, you can use that to build stuff up. You know what I mean? And I think that's a really cool aspect to the game. Not I don't think PUBG is trash. I honestly say I think PUBG is actually a very good game. I just have more fun playing Fortnite. Take it as, is more casualized or arcadey, whatever it is. I don't know how people want to take it. You can take it how it is. But I just think Fortnite is a much more fun game. But I do see the appeal to PUBG. You know what I mean? I do see the appeal to PUBG. It can be a fun game. It definitely can be a fun game. It does have its oh shit moments when it comes to these gunfights. There's sometimes where you see people and you guys are just circling around each other because they're like, "Yo, are you gonna shoot me or not?" Because right now I'm just playing solo. Right? I'm just playing solo, so I'm just like, "Yo, you want to shoot? What you trying to do, man? What you trying to do?" Then there's some dudes they got their mic playing, or you know what I mean, they got their mic on. It's like, "Hey, what you doing, man? What you doing? All right, let me leave you alone." And as soon as you leave that person alone, there's probably somebody else that's probably trying to pop that person, and I'm just running. I'm just like, I'm out. I'm like, I'm surprised this person ain't killed me. He probably had nothing on him. All I had was like a pistol with 5 bullets. And I don't want to fight nobody right now because I'm using the trackpad and my aim and it's kind of, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, my man, what you doing? So we ran away, but I know that dude got popped. Somebody popped that dude, bro. I went into a room and I was hiding. You know what I mean? Then I was like, all right, let me go outside real quick. Then all of a sudden I hear a car driving. Then boom, I get slapped with a car because I didn't turn around quick enough and I'm dead. You know what I mean? I'm dead. Yo, SS Abrams, yes, I am all right. I am all right. I just enjoy Fortnite better. I just think Fortnite, you know what I mean? You can use that with mouse and keyboard as well. But on a controller, Fortnite just works perfectly fine. I didn't try the controller yet for PUBG. So that's still, I gotta decide on that, but it is what it is. Still playing Battlefront. I still haven't pulled the trigger. I haven't played Battlefront in a long time. Probably like in a good 2 weeks I haven't played Battlefront because I haven't gained how I really wanted to game in like in a few weeks now. Like this month has been a very busy month for me, so I didn't really get to play Battlefront how I want to play Battlefront. And there's still a lot of the RPGs I'm still trying to complete, like Ys 8. I'm still trying to complete that. You know what I mean? So I didn't really get to play Battlefront like that, and I've been playing a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom. Um, so yeah, I haven't really got to play Battlefront like that. It's a lot of games out, man. A lot of games. I wish I had the time, but sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I get home from work and I take a shower and I'm in bed. There's sometimes where I don't even want to turn my PS4 on. I just want to sit down, relax, watch a movie. You know what I mean? You get in those moods sometimes. You know what I mean? Or you going out with a friend to a bar or something. You know what I mean? That's how it is sometimes. We all know they wouldn't be playing PUBG if it was on Yo, Lionel, that is fact. That is fact. I do think PUBG is getting a lot of the hype. That's because right now it is a console exclusive. Um, which vice versa, that will work on PS4 gamers as well. But you're gonna see people's real thoughts on PUBG when the game comes to PS4. Obviously, when it comes to PS4. You know what I mean? Blue Dragon $5. Ooh, that's a good buy. Can't beat that. But yeah, outside of that, man, on the games aspect, Microsoft definitely been lacking. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't know how people are so forgiving when it comes to Microsoft on the games aspect. There are people that I know that were primarily just Xbox gamers, and they just play on PS4 all day because they're playing games that they're not used to playing because PS4 is just offering them new experiences to play. You know what I mean? Like people are becoming primarily PS4 gamers that have been primarily Xbox gamers this year. They just haven't been playing. They just haven't been playing. They just haven't been consistent with game releases. But one thing I do like about Xbox, what they've been doing, is the feature stuff. You know what I mean? They've been adding a lot of little cool features like the gifting on Xbox now. You got the refund on Xbox now, where I've seen a lot of people getting their refunds with PUBG because they didn't know what they were getting into. Um, they added the Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass. I think that's pretty cool as well. Um, and they've been giving that junk away free too, man. You get an Xbox, you get Game Pass like a good month or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of that stuff. But the funny thing about it, like Xbox have all their things lined up to be like a good platform, but people just not gaming on there like that. You know what I mean? You said Fame is jumping ship too. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Fame is jumping ship. I know Fame love Xbox. But yeah, he been on his PS4 playing his games. You know what I mean? Because PS4 just offering the games. I don't think Xbox is gonna get to that consistent level as far as offering games on a monthly basis like our PlayStation is. You know what I mean? I'm not a basher. I'm not bashing. I'm not a basher, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's just what it is, man. B Money seems to be fed up too. Yeah, B Money is another one. B Money, these guys are primarily Xbox gamers. And these guys have either been playing on PlayStation 4 or they've been gaming on the Switch. You know what I mean? Even when Cuphead, I look at Cuphead and I'm looking at people trophy achievements and all that stuff. And yeah, I see a lot of people they got off that first island. You know what I mean? But even Cuphead couldn't hold them to play on their primary console like that. You know what I mean? Because there's so many other great offerings on the other platforms to play on. You know what I mean? I just think I can't see anybody giving Xbox a grade higher than a 5 out of 10 for 2017. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I'm giving them a 5 out of 10 for 2017 is due to the fact that they add the things like, you can refund on the store, you got game gifting on there. You know what I mean? I just think those things overall, in hindsight, is going to be much better for the platform going into the future. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the nitty gritty, when it comes to this gaming aspect, I can't see anybody giving Xbox higher than a 5 out of 10 for 2017. If you're giving them a 6, you're just a delusional fanboy. I don't care who you are. You're just a delusional fanboy. Anything 6 or higher, you're a delusional fanboy. That's crazy. You know what I mean? You're giving them anything higher than a 5. And the only reason I'm giving them a 5 out of 10 is due to that those feature things like Game Pass, refunding, and the game gifting. Other than that, Xbox has been trash 2017. And I've been calling it. I've been calling it since 2016. Go back. Go back to the videos. Since 2016, I've been telling people this platform is going to be trash this year. And 2018 is looking the same way. It's looking the same way in 2018. It's looking the same way. I think Sea of Thieves is going to be that sleeper type of game, but it's going to be that sleeper type of game for like a month. You know what I mean? People's going to be playing it hardcore for like a month. But when PlayStation start dropping their games or Nintendo start dropping their games, people's going to be going out of Sea of Thieves. They're going to be like, all right, deuces. Let me go play this God of War real quick. Let me go play this Spider-Man. Let me go play this Days Gone. Let me go play this Detroit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at Xbox 2018 as well. It's gonna be another 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? The Cal dude gave it a nah. No, there's no way. There's no way. Yo, Cal, what's it? That's the Tick guy. Those guys are cool as hell. There is no way No way you can give Xbox a 7 or 8 out of 10 this year. No way. No way. There's no way. From February to September, there have been nothing for you to play. Nothing. There's no way. Yeah, and yeah, multiplex is there. Multiplex is there. I'm not knocking multiplex, but I'm just talking about as far as the differences that the platform can offer, exclusive features, things like that. They did have the Xbox One X, but regardless of the Xbox One X coming out, I can't give them a higher than a 5 out of 10. I can't. Xbox One X came out. They didn't even win. They didn't even win the fucking month for the MPDs. They wasn't even number one worldwide. You know what I mean? New hardware coming out to change the narrative as far as power, and you was even number one in the US or worldwide. How the hell can you give them a 7 or 8? That's crazy to me. That's crazy. I'm fair in Spider-Man definitely not getting pushed to 2019. That's no way. If Spider-Man do get pushed, it's probably going to be like a late summer title or probably in the fall, but I doubt it's going to be 2019. But yeah, moving along, man. Moving along. Yo, D minus. That's what I'm saying. That's like a 5 out of 10. That's like a 5 out of 10, man. There's no way anybody in this God's green earth can give Xbox, the platform Xbox, higher than a 5 out of 10 this year. I can't see it. Yo, OBJ the Don, what is good, my G? Big shout out to my man OBJ, man. Big fan of OBJ, man. OBJ to sit down and do his videos. Yo, it's gonna be funny as hell, man. But I can't see it, man. I can't see it. Somebody giving it a 7 or a 10 or 8 out of 10 for Xbox, you're insane. If you're giving Xbox a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 for this year, what are you giving Nintendo or PlayStation? You're giving Nintendo like a 9 and you're giving PlayStation like a 10. What is your grade scale? You know what I mean? If somebody's giving Xbox a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 and they give PlayStation the same score for this year, you're high. You're insane, bro. You're insane. You know what I'm saying? I got to see their score for the other platforms. You know what I mean? Because the Nintendo Switch, we're going to go into the Nintendo Switch after Xbox, have had a way, way better year than Xbox this year. Way better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yo, T-Mad, these are the same guys that will say they're not biased. I'm not a basher. I'm my Jordan Lucas. I'm not a basher. You know, I'm not even trying to bash Xbox. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. There's a lot of people like myself, right, that got rid of the Xbox, right? You know what I mean? Just looking for that reason to get back into Xbox, but can't find it. But can't find it. You know what I'm saying? You can't find it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Xbox One X came out. You're like, you know what I mean? You're contemplating. It's like, what games came out this year? Cuphead, Halo Wars 2, Forza 7. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't see it. Yo, State of Decay 2. Yo, State of Decay 2 definitely has my interest. I'm looking at State of Decay 2 with like an open eye. Like, I'm looking at one eye like Pops. I'm looking at State of Decay 2 like Pops from Wayne Brothers. I got my eye on you. I'm looking at State of Decay like that. Ori and the Blind Forest, definitely yes. Yes. Definitely yes. Yes. Yo, OBJ said I'm giving that joint a 3. Yo, the only reason I'm giving it a 5, OBJ, is because the implementations as far as game gifting, refunding on the digital front, and the Game Pass. I think Game Pass is a really good feature for Xbox as well. You know what I mean? And I'm not a basher. I'm not a basher, man. I'm not a basher. But anyways, yo, what my man Lionel said. Let me see what my man Lionel say. I see something about Switch. Switch is kind of garbage if you don't like Mario and Zelda. I don't really agree with that, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't agree with that. So we're gonna get to the Switch. So Xbox, I gave it a 5 out of 10, right? So going into the Switch now. Nintendo Switch, I felt like they had a very good year, right? And Nintendo Switch is going to be like the completely opposite of how I graded. Like for Xbox, it had like a lot of features that really I felt like upheld Xbox where they lacked the game standpoint. But when it comes to the Switch had the game standpoint, but it lacks the features. You know what I mean? But those two are a huge contrast because for me personally, I would rather have a whole bunch of games than the features. Yeah, the features is very nice. I'm not knocking the features. I want the features as well. I'm not trying to downplay features, but at the end of the day, I would rather play a great game than have a great feature. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the score is going to be different for the Switch than the Xbox, right? So Switch, I felt like had a very good year on a game standpoint. They came out with a huge heavy hitter with Zelda, and they kept it rolling. Their pacing, as far as the game releases, was pretty on point. Uh, Outside of Zelda, I really think there wasn't really like another need to get a Switch outside of Zelda and I Am Setsuna. I Am Setsuna is one of my favorite games of 2016. Um, yeah, Happy Holidays for sure, man. I Am Setsuna is one of my favorite games of 2016. Other outside the other games like Bomberman and the Tetris shit and 1-2 Switch, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It is what it is. If you like that, you like that. But me personally, I'm not looking towards that. I'll get that just to get it, but I'm not looking towards that. But as far as the pacing, as far as the games is coming out, they was coming out with a Street Fighter. Then they came out with like the Arms. Then they came out. I'm gonna look at the Switch store real quick. Look at the Switch store real quick. Cause they came out with some hits. They came out with some hits, man. You know what I mean? They had Zelda, they had Arms, they had Street Fighter, they had Mario Kart, they had Splatoon 2, they had Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade. You know what I mean? Just listing off the games right, Mario Rabbids plus Rabbids. Just listing off the games right there. That was way better, way more consistent than the other platform we just spoke about. I'm not a basher. Jordan Lucas. I'm on my Jordan Lucas. I'm not a basher. You know what I mean? So with that being said right there, it's just like, okay, the Switch is definitely doing a thing. You know what I mean? Let me look it up real quick. The Switch is definitely doing it. Let me go from oldest to new. The Switch is definitely doing it. Look, Zelda. Some of these games are some of these stuff is like multi-plats and all that stuff, but some of these stuff are like multi-plats and they're on the other platforms. But I'm gonna list off the exclusives that came out for the Switch, and already in the first couple of months, they killed the other platform. I'm not a basher, Enco. I'm not a basher. Jordan Lucas, Legend of Zelda, Fast RMX. That's a small title. 1-2 Switch, small title. Snipper Clip, small title. Bomberman R, small title. Um, let's go here. They had a lot of small titles, especially from like Neo Geo stuff. A lot of small titles from there. That POPO Tetris, I think that might be on other platforms too. Then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Then you had Street Fighter 2 Final Challengers. Then you had Arms. You know what I'm saying? Already, just the first couple. That was the first. Switch came out in March. We're in like June right now. I think we're in like in June when it comes to Arms. Correct me if I'm wrong when it comes to Arms, but I think Arms came out like in June or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Already from the rip, that's already, as far as the main games, Mario Kart, Street Fighter, Arms, Zelda, that's four games already compared to Xbox that had one or two if you want to count the other smaller titles. Moving along now. Once we get into the summertime, the Switch had a little die down after ARMS. Then Splatoon hit in the summertime. Splatoon hit in the summertime, right? That's a huge game for Nintendo because that was a huge game on the Wii U. Then they had a little die down where they had a lot of these smaller games coming out to keep them busy. Then let me see what's the main. Then Mario plus Rabbids came out right there in the summertime as well, like in August. You know what I'm saying? Then so it wasn't really a die down because Splatoon came out in July. Then Mario plus Rabbids came out in August. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really a die down. It was just like one month had a major exclusive, the other month have a major exclusive. Then in September had like I don't think no exclusive, but the multiplats is coming out, but we're not counting the multiplats. Oh, matter of fact, Tournament, Pokken Tournament came out. You know what I'm saying? Pokken Tournament. I forgot all about Pokken Tournament, which was just a revised version from the Wii U joint. Then we can get into Mario Odyssey, then Xenoblade. But anyways, regardless or not, it was a better year for their games. As far as this consistency, they had a lot of consistency compared to Xbox. I'm not a basher. Yo, Fatal, what's good, man? What's good? Merry Christmas, man. That's my man Bear Hugger. You know what I mean? I'm not a basher. The Switch had a very good year when it came to games, when it came to the consistency. You wasn't really like, okay, we got Zelda. I have to wait another 6 months to get another game. You know what I mean? There was dropping games on a consistent level to keep their gamers busy. You know what I mean? It was pretty busy. There's a lot of people that I know that game on the Switch that is just gaming on the Switch. You know what I mean? How weird that might sound, they just gaming on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Because they got enough games to keep themselves busy just in that one year. You know what I mean? This is their launch year, yes, but it's still important. Uh so yeah, the Switch had a lot of games come out for them, for the gamers that kept them busy, which is always a good thing. That's always a great thing. That's why I'm always gonna rate them high when it comes to that. But now when it comes to the feature set, and yes, I'm not just talking about features as far as like game gifting. I'm not just talking about features as far as just refunding. I'm talking about the simple shit. The Switch right now, on the Switch, you can just add a friend. The Switch feature right now is pretty much adding a friend and stalking them. That's the features on the Switch right now, is to add your Switch buddy and stalk their ass. Because once you go to the friends list, when you go to this friends list right here, you know what I mean? When you go up and you press up and you go to your page and you press down, look at your friends list. You know what I mean? The only thing you can do is to see the games that they're playing and how long they've been playing it for. You know what I mean? If you're into that stalking shit, then you are perfectly fine with the Switch. If you want to go and do your expose videos on YouTube and like, hey man, look at this person right here. This guy, JayBari, you know what I mean? He only put 25 plus hours into Xenoblade Chronicles. Exposed. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that stuff, then hey, the Switch is perfectly fine for you. But as my man T-Man Fu said, the Switch is pretty bare bones. It doesn't even have the basic of basic features. But one thing I will say this for the Switch, I got a Switch day one. I got rid of the Switch, got another Switch, right? And all my digital titles that I had on my original, I can easily download them when I signed in to the new one. So I definitely appreciate Nintendo actually catching up, with the competitors as far as tying your games to your account and not to the actual console itself. You know what I mean? Because I was definitely not buying Zelda over again. I was definitely not buying I Am Setsuna over again. I was definitely not buying these other games all over again. You know what I'm saying? So that was really good that they did that. But as far as that, there's nothing really. Oh, you know what? You know what's a good feature? That's pretty good. They basically copied how PlayStation did it, but I'm not even upset at that. That's actually kudos. Is how you can share your screenshots or video. It is very simple. You press the share button on the Switch. Boom, it will take the picture. If you hold it for like a couple of seconds or probably like 2 seconds, it's gonna record the last like 30 seconds of what you did. Boom, easy peasy. Then all you got to do is go to your albums and you're gonna share right to Twitter or wherever. I think only Twitter you can share it to right now. Where else can you share it to this thing? For me, I only have Twitter, I think, hooked up. Yeah, only Twitter right now is on here. So you know what I mean? Which Twitter is pretty popular. If you guys, cool with that, you know what I mean? But right now the share functionality is pretty good. It's pretty good. Let me see what my line is. Physical mastery. The Switch is one of the best handhelds ever made, but as a trash. Yeah, yeah. As a handheld, I think it's very good. It's a very good console. But I think there's a better handheld out there than the Switch. As a handheld, the 3DS is a better handheld. It might not output the performance better than the Switch, but as far as a handheld, it's better because you have the social aspects on the 3DS where you can message your friends, you can go well they killing the whole me thing, I think, right? Or I think they're killing that stuff. But there's so much social features on the 3DS that is not present here on the Switch, which is kind of surprising because the Switch, it could have easily just implement the stuff like the what's the spot pass thing that the 3DS has. It could have easily put the me universe stuff in there. You know what I mean? You could, I don't know how you can't even message your friend on here. You can't even like schedule like an event like, hey, you guys want to hook up this time, boom boom, to play this game. You got to go to an outside third party app for Splatoon to do that stuff. You know what I mean? Where as a handheld, yeah, you got your cell phone with you and all that stuff, but you don't want to pull out your cell phone to set up party invites from the hand. You just want to do that right on the handheld. Everything right there on the handheld. You know what I mean? That's me. That's how I want to do it. I don't get that. You know what I mean? I do. I as a handheld when it comes to features and all that stuff, not performance. I'm not talking about performance. I think the Vita is better than the Switch as well. But the Switch, if you include the performance aspect, then yeah, it's a whole different story. You know what I mean? You're getting the actual game. You know what I mean? That's carried here with you. Like Mario Odyssey, that game look amazing on the handheld. You know what I mean? It looks good in docked as well, but it looks good. Zelda looks crisp on the handheld. You're carrying those games as with you. That's the selling point. That's the incentive for the Switch, which I can get that argument why they say Switch is an amazing handheld because you're playing these games that these are home console sit type games and you just can carry it with you, which is amazing. You can't knock it. You know what I mean? Definitely can't knock it. But when it comes to this, like the Vita has games, the Vita has the features. You know what I mean? The Vita just the main thing with the Vita is just like the memory card and all that stuff, man. If that had like micro SD cards, I think the Vita would be perfectly fine. You know what I mean? But it don't. But the Vita is a perfectly fine handheld as well because I can do a party chat right there. I can message a friend. I can do PS Now. You know what I mean? The Vita is a beast, man. A lot of people sleep on the Vita. The Vita is a beast, but it doesn't have those impactful games like a Nintendo console, like Mario impactful, Zelda impactful. When Metroid is not as impactful that everybody like to think it is, but the buzz is gonna come around with Metroid as well when that game come out. Then Bayonetta's coming out. You know what I mean? That's gonna be pretty impactful as far as that fan base of those gamers, which is not gonna sell well, but people's gonna hype it. You get what I'm saying? Like on the Vita, there's not really a game on the Vita that people's gonna be like, oh, but this game is amazing. You know what I mean? This game is, impactful. You know what I mean? They don't really have that, like how the Switch can have that. But long live the Vita. The Vita is not dead. It's on life support. I'm not a basher. I want my joy to Lucas. I'm not a basher. I'm just telling it how it is. But nah, the Switch is definitely a dope. The Switch is definitely a cool home console as well. I mainly use it as a home console. I mainly use it docked. and having the Pro Control. Because honestly, in my opinion, if you're not using the Switch and the Pro Controller, I don't think you're gaming properly with some of these games. Like the handheld mode feels good, it feels comfortable, but yo, the way how these Joy Cons are laid out for me, it is not comfortable. The button layout or the placement of the stick, it is not comfortable. Right? That's just me. Yeah, as a gamer, you get used to it. You know, what I mean, you can, you know, you know, muster through it and all that stuff, but it's still not just comfortable, right? But when you put that Pro Controller in your hands, when you put that Pro Controller in your hands, now you're in a different story. That Pro Controller is very good. I don't feel like the analog stick how it is like Xbox generally, but just how the ergonomics of that Pro Controller feel, it feels much better than the Xbox controller when I'm using it in the analog stick. I love the parallel sticks, like PlayStation, but I can definitely use the Pro Controller for the Switch. How it is, the buttons layout feel good. The buttons feel good. It feels very responsive. Yo, the Pro Controller is one of the best controls out this generation. I rate the DualShock 4 my favorite controller, but the Pro Controller is right there next to it. You know what I mean? Right there next to it, in my opinion. Yeah, I got the Vita old school. I got the Vita, the new joint, and I got the old school one. The old school one, I'm just keeping that. You know what I mean? Just for a trophy. You know what I mean? But I definitely have my OLED screen, and that screen is amazing. Battery life is not the greatest, but it's amazing. The new Vita definitely feels way better as far as buttons and just how the ergonomics of the handheld is. But the screen on the old school one is way better, way better. I would never use the Switch in handheld mode, always in console mode. See, but that's the beauty of the Switch. You have that option to do that. But I'm definitely with you on that. I mostly do it in the console mode because that's what I'm just more used to it. There are times when I play it in handheld mode. Um, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm just in bed and I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm in that bed, I play in handheld mode real quick and keep it moving. But uh handheld mode is cool. If you're traveling and all that stuff, it's cool and all that. But my preferred play is definitely console. You said DF4 is cheaply made. I mean, yeah. Now I love the DualShock 4. Um, I don't think it's cheaply made. I'm not like tugging on the controller or breaking my shit. I don't know, but I love the DualShock 4, man. And this is not even just me saying like I'm a Sony fanboy. 'Cause a lot of people are just gonna equate that to me being a Sony fanboy. I've played with all of the controllers. I've had the best of the best Xbox controllers. I had the Xbox One controller. I had the revised Xbox One controller. I had the Elite controller. You know what I mean? I had the Dual. I have a lot of DualShock controllers. I have the Switch Pro controller. You know what I mean? The Joy-Con. It's just the DualShock is as far as the feel, as far as way how my hands is placed, is the best to me. You know what I mean? Uh, then the Pro controller for the Switch is second. I love how the Pro controller feel for the Switch. But going over my initial score for the Nintendo Switch yearly report card grade, I am giving the Nintendo Switch a 7.5 out of 10. A 7.5 out of 10. And people gonna be like, whoa, JayBari, but they had the game of the year. Whoa, JayBari, but you're playing Xenoblade Chronicles right now. What is going on? If you guys know if you guys watch my initial review or first impressions for the Switch, you guys will already know I said this day one. The Switch has some amazing games, but it is a lackluster console. And it is a lackluster console. Feature set wise, the store I think is weak. The store I think is overpriced with some of these games, and I understand why it's overpriced. But sometimes you just be looking like, damn, Nintendo, are you just trying to price gouge these fans? What's going on here? I think when the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of people gonna give me a lot of criticism when I say this, but I think when they start add when they implement that virtual console back into the store, get their store looking kind of how the Wii U store. Yo, say if I'm wrong or right when I say this. For anybody, the Wii U store to me was one of the best stores on the digital front last generation or this generation, however you want to look at it, because Nintendo generations is weird. I love being in the Wii U store. The music, just the way how everything is outlined, is easy to find what you want to play on the Wii U store. You know, I think the Wii U store was amazing. I don't know how they went from the Wii U store to this. This store just looks like a regular mobile app. You know what I mean? And yeah, but JayBari is a handheld as well. Yeah, I understand all that. But you had a perfectly, sounding store. You know what I mean? Like you could have easily took some stuff from that store and implemented it. You know what I mean? So I feel like when they add like the virtual console and they flush out they store a little bit more to be similar like the Wii U store, I think I'll rate the Switch much higher. And also when they get these features as far as social aspects, I am not I am not the most social person when it comes to console gaming. When it comes to gaming in general, I do like to have my moments where I just want to be in my zone, understanding what I'm playing, understanding the story that I'm playing, you know what I mean? Things like that. You know what I mean? Uh so I'm not the most social, but just having the feature there. So when I do want to become social, I do want to be in a party chat, I do want to message somebody, I do want to, see what's going. I do want to create an event. I do want to, schedule this. I do want to see what's going on in the community. I do want to see what people are posting in the community, in the PlayStation area or the Xbox, feed and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Those things are cool. But the Switch, you just don't have that option. You just don't have that option. Yeah, you're playing the game. Like I said, I always going to take the games over any feature, but the feature is always important as well. You know what I mean? How hypocritical that sound is, that's how it is. The games is always more important, but you got to have the features as well to back it up. So I'm giving the Switch a 7.5 out of 10 for its first initial year. Great games, great year overall for gaming for the Switch, but that's lackluster in a certain other elements for the console. That I think like if they nail those things down, the Switch is definitely going to be, you know, a force to be reckoning with. They're already a force to be reckoning because they're selling great. They sold 10 million within 9 months, which is really great worldwide. Their games are selling great. Mario, Zelda, I think it's like one of the highest selling Zeldas right now. Zelda's selling amazing. Mario sold amazing. Mario Kart, as usual, sold amazing. You know what I mean? It's just adding those other little features, man. You know, having a party chat, having a trophy kind of system. You know what I mean? Will be if you guys want to stalk your friends even more on the Switch, you can check out their trophies. You know what I'm saying? Yo, OBJ say, yo, J Bar, you got an X. Nah, I do not have an X. OBJ, I told myself I would never buy another Xbox product. I've had three Xbox Ones. I've had the Xbox One original one when it launched. I've had the Xbox Elite bundle, and I had the Xbox One S. And I told myself I would never get an Xbox One again because I'm just getting this stuff just to get these stuff. I'm not even like really gaming on it. And due to the online arcade, you know what I mean, PC was looking very viable for me because that's the streaming aspect, that's to improve the streams and stuff like that. And here I am on the PC front, where I'm playing Xbox games on PC. So yeah, I'm PC gaming it up. My Xbox One X is the PC. You know what I mean? Yo, Garuda, can you check your Twitter last? Yo, big shout out to my man Lionel, man, with a donation. Yo, Bari, if Sony could figure out some way to put everything that's on their console on a handheld without streaming, that handheld will body the Switch, basically combining both libraries to make one. I definitely agree with that. That's what they were trying to go for with the Vita. It's just the Vita didn't initially get that support. because they kind of went away from what the Vita, the PSP was with the SD card. The SD cards, as small and minute people might think that was a huge factor of why the Vita didn't really shoot off like that. But if they go, if they got a, if they swing a second whack at it when it comes to Vita or Vita 2 or whatever other handheld, like my man Lionel's saying right here, I definitely agree that Sony would nail this next handheld that they have coming up. If they have a next handheld coming up. You know what I mean? Because you just follow the success of the PSP, you follow the success of the Vita, and then eliminate the scrutiny and the failings of the Vita, and combine all of that stuff, and you have your handheld right there. I definitely agree with that, man. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that 100%. Yeah, me too. I have to be buying new shit. This is weird enough. Yeah, man. Yo, I told myself, I was like, yo, Barry, what are you doing? It's not even like your primary console, and I'm buying all these Xboxes like it's fucking sneakers. Yo, for me, Jay, 2017 has been made at best. 2018 is gonna be, yo. 2017 has been fire, man. To me, Bear, man. I think 2017 has been a great year, great year. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna explain why I think 2017 is gonna be a great year. And the only way I can explain why 2017 is a great year, if we talk about the PlayStation 4. I'm not a basher. I'm not being bashed. I'm not a basher. All right. We're going to get into the PlayStation 4 report card grade for 2017. And you already know, I'm not biased. I'm not a basher. I'm not biased. All right, guys. I'm being very fair. I'm being very politically correct here. But yo, PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4. What can I say about the PlayStation 4? Guys, you already know how I felt the beginning of the year for the PlayStation 4. I've been telling people this from 2016 that it's going to be lit. January, lit for PlayStation. Yo, January, one of my favorite games came out in January, which was Tales of Berseria. Yo, if you guys haven't played Tales of Berseria, you can pretty much get that game pretty cheap right now, probably like 30 or $25. Yo, if you're into RPGs, action RPGs, yo, play that game. It's probably one of the best stories you can play this year. You know what I mean? RPGs, yo, it is just an amazing game. Velvet Crow, I love you. I love that character. Dope ass character, man. Dope ass character. From the beginning of the year, PlayStation had been killing it. Um, they had dropped Tales of Berseria, the Kingdom Hearts games, Neo, Nier, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, MLB The Show. Not all these games. I don't play MLB, but I'm just listing them off. I show what has dropped. Let me pull up a list because I know I'm going to miss some stuff. I could easily turn on my PS4, but I'm not in the gaming room. I'm in my bedroom. PS4 2017 games. It's just been crazy, yo, non-stop releases for the PS4, non-stop. You know what I mean? And yo, it haven't been like, oh, you know what, we're not going to drop a game this month. You know what I mean? Because they had like other smaller titles that was dropping, Next Machina, Pyre. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they was just dropping games. You guys seen the videos that I was dropping? I was dropping videos as far as hype before E3. I was dropping videos as far as PlayStation 2017 hype and all these games, the screenshots that were shown, and the music, the near automata music, that yeah, y'all remember that? If you watch that video, you remember the video, man. And yo, it's just games, and that's not even all the games that was listed. Yeez 8, Final Fantasy 12. Yo, It's just games upon games that was dropping with the PlayStation 4. It was games for every. That's what I'm saying. Games for everyone. Everyone. You know what I mean? That Yakuza Zero, Yakuza Kiwami drop both of them games dropped this year. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you're a primarily PlayStation gamer, you don't even have to tell me you have a backlog. I know you have a backlog. I I don't have to come up to you and ask you. You know what I'm saying? I can be like, hey man, what platform do you primarily play on? They're like, yeah, I play on PlayStation 4. I'm like, oh yeah, you got a backlog, my dude. You got a backlog. I know you got a backlog. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yo, the games are crazy. What you said? I just picked up Kingdom Hearts the other day. Fucking horrible. Oh, that is a sin to say in a JayBari stream, beer hugger. That is a sin. A sin. Listen, you gotta play don't you gotta play Kingdom Hearts. Sit down, understand what's going on with Kingdom Hearts. Don't just play Kingdom Hearts just to play Kingdom Hearts. Actually try to understand the story of Kingdom Hearts. You know what I mean? Take that shit in. Play that shit. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite. That's my second favorite franchise of all time. Kingdom Hearts. And even that game, I'm still even backlogged with Kingdom Hearts because I say, you know what? I've beat Kingdom Hearts 2 like probably 10 times within my lifetime. Let me stop playing this so I can play the newer games. That's the only reason why I stopped playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I said, let me stop playing this game because I beat this game so many times so I can play these other new games that was coming out for PlayStation. That's how crazy it was for PS4. That's how crazy it was. There was games that you was playing and I'm like, yo, shit. Yo, Neo about to drop. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Just that month, January, February, March. Those 3 months alone, you can even put April in there. Yo, it was about almost 30 something exclusive games, console exclusive games, however you want to call it, for PlayStation right there. Then adding on May, June, July. It didn't stop. It didn't stop, guys. It didn't stop. I'm telling you, it didn't stop. I'm sitting out here. I'm playing these games offline. I was offline playing these games. I didn't even want to get bothered because there's so many single player RPG games I was playing. I didn't even want to get bothered. I was like, yo, you know what? There's no way I can go online because I know I'm going to get like a party chat invite. I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of messages. I just want to sit down and play these games. That's how bad it was in 2017 for me. Ask the council. The council, I haven't even been in a party chat for like months. I was playing these shits. You know what I mean? It was this year was such an amazing year for a PlayStation game. The best year by far for the PlayStation 4 is 2017. And the funny thing about it, it's not going to die down because 2018 we're looking like the same thing. Just look at January. Look at January alone for PlayStation 4. It's looking like the same ass thing. This shit is getting crazy out here, man. Gundam versus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, the games is crazy out. Yo, there's games for everybody. Fighting games galore, RPGs galore, action game. Lost Legacy, Uncharted Lost Legacy. You know what I'm saying? The games was just lit for PlayStation. Then you had Gran Turismo, even Gran Turismo Sports. They added the stuff that people said they wanted. So they listen to the fans now. Now you have a completely new game for Gran Turismo. Now, what's your excuse for not buying Gran Turismo Sports, people? You know what I'm saying? The games was abundant. And they had these other smaller games like That's You, Hidden Agenda. If you guys love Until Dawn, go play Hidden Agenda. I put up the live streams on the channel. The game is lit. It's lit. You do need a cell phone though. That's the only thing. If you don't have don't get Hidden Agenda. You do need a cell phone. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot came out this year. Crash Bandicoot came out this year. And you remember the guy that was getting bashed and saying, "Yo, Crash Bandicoot is a PS4 exclusive," where everybody's bringing out them articles. Oh, this might come to Xbox. Oh, it's going to PC. And I brought the article and I said, I got a screenshot from somebody that spoke to the devs themselves. And they said it's only coming to PS4. And nobody believes JayBari. Everybody was like, yo, JayBari is coming to PC. JayBari is coming to Xbox. Crash Bandicoot. When I told people the original Crash Bandicoots was never on Xbox. After the third one, yeah, they put them on Xbox. It became multiplayer. That's when Activision acquired them and all that stuff. But these original three, I doubt PlayStation. People got to understand what PlayStation. When PlayStation does deals, people, especially when it comes to like games like this that was originally on the PS4, they're not doing deals to say, oh, we're going to lock this down for 3 months on the PlayStation or 6 months on PlayStation. Then it goes to Xbox. No, they don't do deals like that. They're going to lock that shit down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people can be following PlayStation for all these years and think that shit will be go to Xbox. And then they look at me like I'm the crazy one. I'm telling people history, and I'm telling people that yo, I got the screenshot from these devs and all this stuff. I've showed it to some people, and they were still doubting your boy JayBari. They still doubted me, man. They still doubted me. No, we're not waiting to no PC, man. We're not waiting. I'm telling you, it's not coming to no PC. If it was coming to PC, you'd have been heard. That game came out in like May or June or something. You'd have been heard about that junk coming to PC next year or something. Just like Neo, just like Tales. No, Tales already came, but Neo is another game. Neo, yes, that came to PS4, but there was clamoring about that game coming to PC. What happened? It came to PC. Boom, right there. Like 6 months after, or 7, 8 months after. There's another game that's coming to PC as well for PlayStation. But Neo just has a console. That game is not coming to Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Lost Legacy, standalone DLC. You know, yo, there was just too much. There was just too much shit for play. I don't know how, as a PlayStation gamer, anybody could be bored this year with PlayStation. I don't get that. There was just too much games for you to play. You know, to choose from. You know what I mean? There's too much, especially the summertime. The summertime was lit. The summertime was lit. I was in RPG heaven summertime, bro. I was in RPG heaven summertime. Hellblade, another great game right there. You know what I'm saying? It was just way too much games, man, for PlayStation 4. And well, PlayStation, the games aspect of the offering was just so crazy. It's hard for anybody to give this platform a hard, like a low score. You know what I mean? There's no way you're giving PlayStation no 7 out of 10. You know what I mean, for 2017. No way. The only way you can try to incorporate a low score for PlayStation if you start talking about like the conference. Oh, you know, PlayStation, the games are amazing and all that stuff, but you know, their E3 was okay. Their PSX was horrible. So I'm giving them like a 7 out of 10 for the 20s. No, we're not talking about conferences. I'm talking about the platform itself, the game. And to keep it funky, I'm giving PlayStation this year. Let me see if anybody can guess my score for PlayStation. What am I going to give PlayStation their score for 2017? What's their report card grade? Who can guess PlayStation's report card grade from JayBari? Let's see who can get it first, man. Let's see who can get it first. If you know me well. Oh, yo, all right. So this is my score. This is a 10 out of 10. Nah, I would never give it a 10 out of 10 for the whole year. As much as people think I'm this biased, fanboy, and I would never give PlayStation a 10 out of 10. I'll probably put that like on Twitter just to like see people reaction. But I would in a YouTube video, my initial thought, I would never do that. But 9 9.7. I would give PlayStation a 9.5 out of 10, but I'm not going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So a 9 out of 10 is definitely the score I'm giving a PlayStation. My report card for PlayStation. The only reason it's a 9 out of 10 is due to the fact, going back to the feature outset of things, right? These are things that I'm not particularly looking for or clamoring for, like name changes and stuff like that. But I felt like, was it 5.0 update? 5.0 update was a huge missed opportunity to give fans what they want. And when I talk about fans, I'm talking about specific things that I want as well. I have did videos. I went into the PlayStation forums. Like, yo, 5.0 need to have this shit in there. You know what I mean? And they didn't have it. 5.0, it was really a lackluster update. It had one cool thing in there, you know what I mean? But it was really a letdown. You know, it shouldn't have been a number up firmware update. You know what I mean? And I can't judge the other platforms for their features and things like that incorporate in their report card score and not incorporate it in PlayStation score. And I felt like with PlayStation, they could have definitely had some things that not even just name changes, things like the wish list stuff. They added that stuff, but you can't really do nothing with wish lists. Gifting, that should be in there. Unofficial, I mean, when I say this, guys, an official refunding digital game stuff that should be implemented in the PlayStation Store. Right now, I have Nino Cooney pre-order, right? Nino Cooney got delayed. I called PlayStation. I said, listen, Nino Cooney got delayed. I already paid my 80 something dollars like 6 months ago for it. Let me get my refund so I can apply it to a different game. It took me about a half an hour to get the refund. I got the refund. It's in my cart right now, but it's not an official policy. You know what I'm saying? It's not an officially policy like how Xbox, if you play a certain amount of hours or a certain amount of achievement, you can get that refund there. I definitely think PlayStation should incorporate that stuff into their store. I do like the wish list stuff, but you know what I'm saying? You have a wish list stuff on there, nobody can see it. Can you guys see my wish list? No, you can't see it. So if I wanted to give somebody something, like I go on somebody's page and I see they got this stuff on their wish list, and I say, oh, you know what? Let me buy this person this game. It can't do that. Can't do it on PlayStation. And those things could have been implemented within the 5.0 or even beyond that within a year, and it didn't get implemented. And they did say, they did hint in 2018, they're gonna implement the whole PSN name changes, stuff like that. I'm not that PlayStation fan to be like, oh, name change it, PlayStation. What are you doing? What are you doing? PlayStation, get it right. I don't care about name changes. Okay. I am not, I don't care about name changes at all. Um so that feature right there, I can care less. But there's certain other things that I would love for them to have in there, like a kind of like a trophy tracking kind of thing in there. I would love them to just incorporate their communities a little bit better. The events, I would love them to incorporate the tournament event feature a little bit, where you can control like a brackets and all that stuff. I would love them to do that, basically on the PlayStation, so people can actually, like, say somebody watching a online arcade tournament through their PlayStation, right? And they signed up for the event on the PlayStation as well, or they signed up to watch the event on the PlayStation. They can also track the brackets on there on the play, things like that, incorporate it like that. I will also like them to add things as far as if you're streaming natively from the PS4, you can create your own little overlay. Where right now the only overlay you can have, if you add the whole chat screen on your PlayStation when you stream, and you can have the little thing on the bottom or the top, like, yo, watch, subscribe to my channel, blah blah. I think they should add little other features as far as making your own little overlay where you can add whatever you want to be on the top. If you want to add the chat, if you don't want to add the chat, perfectly fine. But spice the streaming stuff up a little bit. You know why? Because the streaming is a huge factor for PlayStation. That whole sharing aspect is a huge fact. If you can add your little overlay, similar to how the GeForce experience is, they should do that. You know what I mean? Where you can add a little overlay here, blah blah blah. Nothing like crazy like OBS, like, what I mean, I'm creating my own overlay, but just add something where I don't have to have the chat being shown on my screen, and have my little thing that subscribe to my channel here, that little text overlay thing. You know, make it more customizable. I'm trying to say. I think that would be dope. You know what I mean? I think that would be dope. Man, I wish I can change my username. Yo, Goku, your username is long as hell. You know what I mean? Real talk, we just short change Goku to say, yo, your name is Goku. Just keep it like that. You know what I mean? I'll Chuck say Gito and just keep it at that, man. Yo, real talk, if Chuck see you have a long name, yo, he's definitely gonna chop your name up. Yo, Axon Wolf, you know what I mean? He just call him Wolf. You know what I mean? Yo, but PlayStation, you do have like the you can change like the nicknames and stuff. Like I like that. You know, I don't want to change my PSN. My PSN name, you know, that has been cemented with me since 20 when I added my PSN since '09. Then they add like PSN names and all that shit like '09 or something like that. I don't remember, but I had my PSN name for the longest. You know what I mean? And Bari Baby is just a name that a lot of people call me in my personal life. A lot of females call me that. Don't ask why, don't ask why, but that's the reason why I created that PSN name. Due to that, as a nickname. Yo, Bari Baby, what's good? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to that. But PlayStation, I definitely think had like a great year overall. 9 out of 10 is more than a fair score for PlayStation. I don't see nobody giving PlayStation anything lower than that. You know what I mean? Just due to the offerings, I don't think you can give PlayStation anything lower than a 9 out of 10, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not a basher, but the Xbox was pretty much shit this year. The Switch had a good year this year, and PlayStation had a great year. That's just what it is. I'm not a basher though. I'm just being fair and honest. But yeah, that's pretty much the report cards, man. That's pretty much your report cards. If you guys have any other questions or anything else want to bring up here, just let me know. But yo, TOA, big shout out to my man Chuck, big shout out to Persona, big shout out to Kev. 2018, we're coming hard, man. We're coming hard like we in some good pussy. You understand? Pause. Pause. I know the hashtag pauses is coming, but I had to put some emphasis on how hard we're coming. Pause. I'm not a basher. My bad, Bear, man. My bad. My bad. Yo, when will Bari hit gold in Street Fighter 5? Yo, I'm hitting gold in Arcade Edition. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, I haven't played Street Fighter 5. When's the last time I played Street Fighter 5, man? In a long ass time, yo. Long ass time. I'm definitely gonna be playing Street Fighter 5 before Arcade Edition though, because I need to get my fight money up. I'm definitely gonna milk Capcom for all that fight money before they axe that shit. So I was telling Chuck this when I got my pro, all my Street Fighter 5 stuff, like it got like my online data, but all the stuff as far as like story content and all that stuff went back to zero, right? So when I played Corinne's story again, I got the fight money. You know what I mean? I didn't get the experience, but I got the fight money. I thought it was weird as hell. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I'm about to go through all the stories again. You know what I mean? I'm about to just do people trials that I don't really do. You know what I mean? Hopefully I can finish those stuff and get the fight money. I'm about to easy mode and normal mode, everybody on survival. I'm about to milk them joints for that fight money, bro. You know what I mean? Before they axe that. So I don't know how that junk got reset, but yo, I'm gonna take advantage of it, for sure. So you know what I mean, before they axe all that stuff, because now in arcade edition, you can't get fight money from survival. I don't think you get fight money from trials either. I'm not sure about the trial, but I know survival you can't. Um, yeah, Sakura is definitely one of my main characters in Street Fighter since Alpha series. Listen, the thing is, I've always been like a Shoto player. It's just in Street Fighter 5, I just stopped playing Shotos. You know what I mean? I went back to like Corinne, because Corinne, I was playing Corinne in Alpha 3. You know what I mean? But I feel like with Street Fighter, I just don't play it consistently. You know what I mean? Where I'll play it for like a week, and then I will not play it in like a month, and come back in an open lobby, and people just destroy me. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I feel like. I don't play it as consistent, like you know what I mean, like where I'm like I know the gist of everything, but just my timing be off. You know what I mean? When I do certain things, like Tenko, I can go into another Tenko, then I can go into EX shoulder, and I'll be like, oh, the time is just off. You know what I mean? Where I just feel like if I do it more consistently, I'll be much better in doing it. But it's hard. It's hard, man, because there's a lot of great fighters that is out. There's just a lot of fun ass fighters to play, man. Like this generation fighters is definitely back. And I mean, I don't just only play fighters. I play like RPG. I'm not just creating that excuse. Everybody's different. Because I know a lot of people they play a lot of different games as well, and they're still good at Street Fighter, but they play more Street Fighter consistently than I would do. But Arcade Edition is definitely looking for. I'm really excited for Arcade Edition though. Real talk. I'm really excited for Arcade Edition because Sakura is going to be day one. I'm gonna be playing Sakura day one. So I'll have like a Sakura and Corinne because that's what I was doing in Alpha anyway. It was Sakura Corinne. You know what I mean? So and knowing that Corinne has her pretty much her counter from Alpha 3 as her V trigger, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool as well. So and the funny thing about that, from what I'm hearing and from what Chuck told me, that you can pretty much link a special um, after doing the counter. That's even more dangerous than Alpha. In Alpha, that shit did mad damage in Alpha, but in this, it looks like I see if it does damage the counter. If it does, then it probably gonna do white damage or something like that. But if you can link like a Tenko or a shoulder or her little kick move, Masingu, whatever it is, to it, it's gonna do some damage. It's gonna do some damage. Um, you said Sakura is trash juice. You are crazy. Why keep stealing my character? First Karina, Sakura fight me for Sakura title. Hey, yo, we definitely do that, man. We definitely do that for the Sakura title. I can definitely do that. I'm definitely gonna be having Street Fighter up a lot with Sakura. That's Sakura is like one of my favorite characters like in fighting games. I love Sakura in every fighting game. The X-Men, the Versus games, I loved her in that. The Alpha series, I loved her in that. Street Fighter 4, I loved her in that. Um 5, she's looking pretty much the same. You know what I mean? A few little changes with her, but it's not as much to be like, oh, it's a different character. Yo, Chuck said, yo, you trash. Yo, he said, yo, you trash Jabari. Yo, he put my full name out there, bro. He didn't even say Bari. He said, you trash Jabari. That is very disrespectful. The Timefall say she's in Corinne. Corinne is definitely a character I think everybody should have. She's a very popular character to use in SF5. Um, and she's just a dope character. You know what I mean? She's a dope character. Just she just ain't got no anti-airs. Her anti-airs is weak, but dope character. Ground level, she's dope. It's a dope character. Buttons is good. They try every way possible to nerf her, but she's just overall such a dope character. You can't really just like you can nerf her all you want, but she's still just gonna be a good character. You know what I mean? Because they try to change her frames with her crouching medium punch. They change the frames of her standing medium kick. You know what I mean? They change her frame. They up in her frames so much with her, but she's still going to be a dope character. Her normals are still good. Her range is still good. Her walk speed is good. The life is suspect, but that's always been suspect. Um, that's a dope character. But anything else? Anything else? But yeah, fighting games next year, man. Because I'm not even gonna lie, I'm very excited for, you know, I'm very excited for Arcade Edition, but I'm way more excited for Dragon Ball Fighters. And I love my anime fighting games. You know what I mean? Anime fighting games versus games over anything. I just like that play style. You know what I mean? So fighting games. Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition comes out. Then the next week, Final Fantasy Dissidia NT comes out. Then the next week after that, Dragon Ball Fighters. 3 fighting games in 3 weeks, bro. 3 weeks. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, and then in February, I think you're gonna have like the UNL game come out. Then you have a new Chaos Code coming out. You know what I mean? Then the Blaze Blue game gonna come out. It is gonna be crazy, man. It is gonna be crazy. The only thing out and yo, matter of fact, I think in the summertime too, you're gonna have the Street Fighter collection come out. Yo, it's gonna be crazy next year, man. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. Yo, L Mega is delusional. I mean, we already know K Mega is delusional. Street Fighter Alpha 3 online? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I never been a Cammy player. Junie, that's the one of the dolls, right? I never really used her like that. Corinne, Alpha 3 was Ryu, Corinne, Sakura. Um, I never used Mika like that. No, I did use Sagat a little bit, but it's mainly Ryu, Sakura, Corinne, and Alpha 3 that I used. And probably what's my man name? Young. Is no, not Young. Was it Young? Which one it was? Was it Young or Yang? One of them was in Alpha 3. Cause Young came back in Third Strike. Young was in 3 in Third Strike. Was it Young or Yang? One of them was in Alpha 3. I don't remember, but it was one of those characters that was in there. I was never like the Saddam character. I know a lot of people like Saddam and all that stuff. I was never really those type of characters. Yeah, see, Saddam. See, I already knew. I already knew. Yeah, see, Young was from Alpha 3 Max. It's one of them joints that was in, man. I remember Young and them was in there. 'Cause it was the Exism and Young, man. You know what I mean? Using that Young, it was a cheese mode. You know what I mean? It's one of them guys was in there. Um, nah, not Fei Long, not Fei Long, not Fei Long. I was never a Fei Long character. I was never a Fei Long player either, man. And two, in any of the game Fei Long was in, I was never the Fei Long character. It was just strange too, because he had the records. Maybe in four. I didn't use Fei Long a lot, but I never really liked Fei Long as a character. I never really liked him like that. I like the records. I like the chicken kick move that he does, but I never liked his DP, man. DP always whiffed. Okay, it doesn't have like an angle to it. It's just straight up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Young, Ingrid, Eagle, Maki. Well, which? Let me see the collection real quick. Street Fighter collection. What is it? 30th anniversary collection. Let me see what they're gonna put in here. But yeah, that's gonna be lit though, man. That's gonna bring a lot of like nostalgia back on the online scene. We're definitely gonna be having, I think it's hyper fighting. They're gonna have there's gonna be one of the Street Fighters. One of the Street Fighter 2s they're gonna have online. They're gonna have Alpha 3 online, and they're gonna have Third Strike online. Uh if I was to pick a Street Fighter, I'd definitely pick Hyper Fighting or Champion Edition for online. I think it's Champion Edition that they're gonna have online. And see, oh, say yeah. So yeah, they're gonna have Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting online. They're gonna have Turbo online. Wow, I'm not gonna play Turbo. I'll be on Hyper Fighting. Alpha 3 and on Third Strike is gonna be online. Online play features rewind technology, provides low latency. Okay, yeah, yeah. So we're definitely glad to see what the net play with that as well. But yeah, man, fighting games is definitely back on the rise. Uh, this generation, last generation, I bowed out of fighting games, especially having Marvel's guy. I was like, yo, deuces. You know what I mean? But they definitely on the rise here. Um, Action games is gonna be heavy too, man. Like if PlayStation, if they drop in these games, it's gonna be heavy, man. It's gonna be a busy year for gamers next year, man. Busy year for gamers next year. Especially if you got multiple platforms, it's gonna be a very busy year for you. Very busy year. Oh, V ism Birdie and A ism Junie. All right, all right. Birdie, I never liked Birdie. But yo, I no lie though, and Chuck, Dre, they know this. I always, well, I don't know if they know about. Always thought of like picking up Birdie because I hate fighting that character. Like I always, yo, from day one, bro, I always said I think Birdie is a hard matchup for Corinne, right? Because I always just struggle with this motherfucker. I was like, yo, this nigga Buttons is just amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? I've always said this for the long, even before the tournaments was live and people were saying it on tournaments. Asked them in the party chat, I was like, yo, I think this nigga is a tough matchup for Corinne. I was saying it for the longest time. And that cemented back in my mind. I was always like, yo, man, I should probably pick up Birdie, man, because uh Birdie's a dope ass character. And now that with what's the name winning? With what's my man name? I can't even think of his name right now. That one Capcom Cup. I mean crossover Mena RD. Not a him winning Capcom Cup. Yo, the birdies is gonna be on the rise. Just, just like Corinne, when Punk came into form, yo, Corinne was just, every time you turn on Street Fighter Five, Corinne was online, bro. Online. Corinne wasn't like popular like that initially with Street Fighter Five, yo. But when Punk started winning with Corinne, yo, she was just everywhere. Everywhere. We did a tournament. We had like mad Corinne players. That's when Slasher was in there, Fatty was in there. Who else was the other Korean? It was a mad Korean players coming out the woodworks, man. And I feel like it's gonna be the same way with Birdie. Because the only Birdie players I really know is Dre. I think Goku used Birdie in one of the tournaments. Um, who else used Birdie? I don't know too many Birdie players like I personally know, but I know now they're coming. Yo, Silver Sky, what's good, man? I know now they are coming. They are coming. Because Birdie, I always said Birdie's a good ass character, man. Very good character. But yeah. So Nino Cooney in March. There's another RPG coming out next year. Oh, that Project Octopath. That's gonna be a hit in my opinion. I think that game is gonna be amazing, man. Old school fight RPG game. That Lost Spear is gonna be amazing. So yo, if you guys are into that stuff, definitely go look at the yo. Goichi is a monster. Goichi is a monster, man. He's a fun to. Manat is just really fun to watch. Just I feel like somebody that don't play Street Fighter Five as much like I do, picking up Manat is gonna be a struggle. You know what I mean? Picking up Manat is gonna be a struggle because I went into Manat and I was like, yo, I'm going to play Manat rank because I was really like I really wanted to play Manat, and I was just like, "Yo, this character is hard as hell." She don't have that much specials, but she is hard as hell. You know what I mean? Just knowing her dash timing, her frames and all. She was a hard ass character, and just watching those people, yo, Goichi, I think Sako was using her a little bit now. Infiltration using her, man. Man, it's just like, yo, that character is so fun to watch, man. So fun to watch. You know what I mean? But any other questions that we have in here? Your people been using them or not? Yeah, people been using it, but I'm pretty sure they dropped they dropped it pretty quickly, man. They dropped it pretty quickly. Any other questions you guys have out here before I get up out of here? You know, I mean, we already got the troll or the trolls coming in here. Uh So that's gonna be the cue. That's gonna be the cue to get up out of here. I think we've been on here for like about a good 2 hours. So yeah, man. If that's it, I'm gonna get up out of here. I will be streaming PUBG a little bit later. Um, so yeah, probably give me like an hour, and I'll be streaming PUBG. I'm just gonna relax and chill a little bit in the morning time. You know, it is Christmas Eve. I'm just chilling this Christmas Eve, but I'm gonna get up out of here, man. But one character every 3 months. I hope not. I hope they don't do that. If Capcom is going off of the stance of they are listening and they're learning, they probably have these characters ready to go. Well, things always can happen when it comes to these characters. They can have these characters ready to go in about, I will say, at least give us 2 months. Give it 2 months. If you can't do 2 months, everybody would like every month, but I'll say give it 2 months. Give it 2 months. You know what I mean? Give it 2 months. Yo, Bari, uh, get on U4. What's U4? You saying Uncharted 4? Yo, I haven't played Uncharted in a long ass time, man. I haven't played Uncharted in a long ass time. I'm not in the mood to play Uncharted. I'm definitely in the mood to play this PUBG and stream it. But we'll see. I do have a 3 day weekend. We'll see, man. We'll definitely see. Uncharted, your boy. We'll definitely see, man. I'm definitely not in the mood to play Uncharted right now, though. But yo, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Like I said, I'll be back in about an hour for this PUBG. I'm gonna show you the struggles as far as using this trackpad, and we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. Setting up my desk bar. Yeah, I'll jump on PUBG with you later. Okay, all right, cool. Uh, Chuck says scrub. Hey Chuck, man, don't let me bring up the past, bro. Don't let me bring up the past. Dropping 3 supers. All right. Nah, man. But yo, in about an hour, man, I'll be on PUBG, man. So I'm gonna holler at you guys. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thanks everybody for coming through. This is the JayBari Show. Just my 2 cents, episode 11. And I'm out of here, man. If you guys interested in the online arcade tournament, sign up. We got the Stone tournaments coming up. We got Street Fighter 5 AE light version tournament coming up. We have a Dragon Ball Z fight. Oh, it's Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Fighters light version tournament coming up. And then we have Injustice 2 premiere tournament coming up in February. So yeah, sign up, guys. toa.challenge.com. We're on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow us on Twitch, that is twitch.tv / the online arcade. Give us a follow, man. Show some support. We out here in these gaming streets. Where's your boy JayBari? And I'm gone. Deuces.